Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, quite literally, Post Gold for Cash. What is Post Gold for Cash? Well, Post Gold for Cash is a service where you post gold and you get cash. Thank you very much. Good night. Welcome to Shop on TV. It's a fabulous service, this. It really is. If you have gold that you're no longer using or that you no longer want, or maybe you've inherited and it's doing absolutely nothing for you, maybe it's just taking up space sitting in a drawer or in a box in the loft or something like that, you can literally turn it into cash, actual cash, money in your bank account, or if you want dollar bills, y'all, you can even get those. These are some examples. Obviously, the gold bricks are not real. You'd never have been able to tell, would you? Straight off of Amazon, those were. But this whole service is absolutely free. Free? Yes, free. So basically, what you're going to do tonight, or today, or this morning, whatever you want to call it, is you're going to get a free selling pack and you're going to be sent one of these. I'll show you everything in a moment. It literally will cost you £0, £0, 0 pence, 0 postage and packing. And you do that because we've actually created an item number for it and we've added it to our website as a product, essentially. And also, if you wish to use the phone, you can call 0333241241 and you can order it just like you were ordering an iron or a flange or a widget. The difference is that it won't cost you anything. So if we go to our website, shopontv.co.uk, there it is. If you look very closely, the eagle-eyed amongst you may notice there's a small banner there in gold that says Post Gold for Cash, free gold selling pack. Well, if you click on that, and in fact, actually, if you scroll down, there's another one. You're going to find these everywhere. So click on any one of them. Oh, look, there are a couple more there as well. Click on one of those. That's going to take you to our landing page for Post Gold for Cash, which if you want to go there directly, you can do this as well. Just go to shopontv.co.uk/gold. All your information is there. There is no obligation whatsoever when you get your selling pack. It is free. It costs you nothing, nada, niente, nichivo. So if you click one of the buttons that says order my free gold selling pack, it takes you to the product page. Again, it's just like a product, just like a widget or a flange or a vacuum cleaner or a toaster oven, except as you can see, it's free P&P and £0 and 0 pence. Now you could, if you wanted to, add it to your basket, but then you've got to go to your basket and then you've got to go to the checkout. You can do that if you want, but if you want to make it easier, just click buy now. And when you click buy now, it takes you to this page. You can either sign in if you have a Shop on TV account already. You can create an account free of charge if you wish. There are no subscriptions, no payments, nothing, no fees. It just means you can store addresses and credit and debit card information and check out faster next time. Or if you prefer not to do that, you can continue as a guest. If we click that, basic information, tell them you're not a robot. I'm not a robot. And then that's it. You continue as a guest and you'll place essentially your order. It's not really, well, it is an order because you are ordering one of these. And then your information is then securely transmitted to Post Gold for Cash. And by the way, just so you know, we, i.e. Shop on TV, never ever sell or share private information about any of our customers with anybody, and neither do Post Gold for Cash, so it's a closed loop. And then basically, because now is technically Sunday morning, first thing Monday, 8, 9 a.m, all of the orders that you've placed for your gold selling packs will have arrived at Post Gold for Cash. They will send out this to you, or this is what you will receive the next day generally. So Tuesday morning, you get an envelope. And in the envelope, you're going to have the following. There is a little welcome letter that sort of says thank you for ordering and all that. By the way, it has somewhere there, it's got Post Gold for Cash's phone number on it. If at any point you have any questions about what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, if you're not sure about anything, just call them. And in fact, if I could read it, I think I can just about read it. It's 01202 844 198. 01202 844 198. They won't be there till Monday, but if you've got questions on Monday, order your selling pack anyway, because then it'll be on the way, it'll be in the process. But if you've got any questions at all, you can call them. You can email them as well. All the information's on there. So that's your welcome letter. Then you get a little form here. which actually will be mostly pre-populated. So your address and your name and all that kind of stuff will already be on there because it will have been printed on there from when you placed your order. However, you just need to tell us how many items you're sending in this little box here and sign and date. And then here you can put your bank account details. What for, Rob? To deposit money into. Because, and you don't have to put them if you don't feel comfortable putting them there. You can wait because you're going to get a call from Postgold for Cash. They're going to make you an offer for all of the items that you've sent in, and if you accept it, they'll either put it in the bank account details you've already put on there, or you can change them. Even if you've put something on there, you're not locked in. You can say, actually, I've changed my mind. Can I put it in my other bank account? As long as it's a UK bank account, and they can do. Or maybe you've got a prepaid debit card or something. As long as it's got an account number and a sort code, they can pay into it. So you can leave that blank, or you can fill it in. Entirely up to you. By the way, if you don't want to receive a call from Postgold for Cash, then just make sure you put somewhere, either on a separate little slip of paper or somewhere on the form, please do not call, email instead. Because not everybody likes to talk on the phone, doesn't matter, and they will email you instead, they will respect your privacy. So that form, when you've got it, you're also going to get one of these, right? This here is a special delivery envelope. Guaranteed delivery by 1 p.m, if that wasn't clear, the next day. So if you get this to the post office, and you have to take it to the post office, you can't put it in the post box because otherwise it won't be insured, and there's also no proof of delivery or proof of postage. So you take it to the post office. Incidentally, if you're wondering what you put in there, you've got a little bubble mailer. So you put your items in there, you put that into the special delivery envelope, and you also put your form into the special delivery envelope. Take it to the post office. They will scan the barcode. They will weigh it as well to make sure, and by the way, it's also weighed by Postgold for Cash when it arrives, just to make sure that everything is the same and that nothing's gone missing somewhere, you know, in the ether. And that's it. And then you'll get a receipt. The receipt is your proof of postage. It also enables, or it authenticates, or what's the word? It kicks it into being. What's the word? It makes it validates. There we are. It validates your insurance, which is for £750. And you're good to go. And it's also your tracking number. By the way, if your items won't fit in a bubble mailer and won't fit into the envelope, fear not, said he from Mighty Dread, because you can actually take this and stick it barcode side up onto any box of any size and any weight. And as long as you can get it to the post office, and they will still send it, guaranteed delivery, by 1 p.m. the next day. So if you've got big items, maybe you've got a big silver jug or something like that. So more about insurance shortly, because you can increase the level of insurance if you wish to, and there are other little sort of caveats that you need to, not small print, not things that, not sort of kind of things you have to know because they affect the service, but things that actually are going to help you send in better items, or items that ultimately are going to potentially yield you more money. So it's free. Absolutely free. Free to get your free gold selling pack. Free to send it to Postgold for Cash. They will then evaluate it for free, and then they will call you or email you with an offer. If you accept the offer, you get the money in your account the same day. And if you don't accept the offer and you want the items returned to you, they do that for free as well. And on top, you are going to get, and this is different, if you did this directly through Postgold for Cash, you wouldn't get this. But through Shop on TV, and this is why you order it through us, you're going to get 10% extra on top of your valuation. So if you get a valuation of £1,000, you're going to be given £100 extra free money on top, just for doing the whole thing through Shop on TV. Plus, you're also going to be entered into not one, not two, but 3 prize draws, absolutely free. So there's an ITV1 STV live show special prize draw with a chance to win £500. And then you've got another draw with a chance to win £500 credit to spend with Shop on TV. And in capitals, you'll also be entered into Postgold for Cash's regular prize draw, also for £500. All the draws close on the 30th of April. But that doesn't mean that's the end and you've missed it if you don't get it in by the 30th of April. It just means they do these every 4 months, these draws. No, is it 4 months? Yes, every 4 months, I believe, 3 times a year. So if one closes and your pack arrives after, it'll just go into the next one. But you're always going to get those 3 chances to win £500. And by the way, if you get this pack now, they never expire. The offer never expires as long as you've done it through Shop on TV and it's all logged on your customer reference. You get a unique customer reference. Even if you did it 10 years from now, they've had a customer that didn't send their pack in until 10 years after they'd ordered it. They will still honour the extra 10%. They'll still put you in the prize draws and you'll still be able to use the service free of charge. So, we've actually got some video from previous shows which we're going to interject here and there. And if you've got any questions, then feel free to email me, studio@shopontv.co.uk, and I will happily answer those questions. It doesn't have to be about gold or post-gold for cash or shopping. Just ask me anything you like. If I can provide an answer, and I'm sure I will be able to, it might not make any sense, but I'll give you it anyway. So let's go to our first little clip. We've got two of the fantastic people from Post Gold for Cash telling you who they are.
The company was established in 2009. Obviously, just the concept of somebody came up with the idea of sending in your gold and getting cash. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And
there was nothing like it then, was there, really?
No, not really. We are one of the longest that have been running.
And you've been there very much since the start?
I've been there 15 years. I appreciate I don't look old enough.
Started very young.
Very young, toddler. So yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. I started actually making the calls.
Okay.
So I would call the customer with the offer for the items that they've sent in. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I kind of started thinking, well, actually, I want to have a look at these things and I want to see a little bit more about that and learn about that.
Open the envelopes.
That's it. It is, absolutely. I had an auntie who had just the most magnificent jewellery box and you would sit there picking through it. So this is just absolutely awesome.
The same sort of
fabulous. So you've just grown with the company then, really?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I thoroughly enjoy it. And there's something new every day that comes into it.
Oh, but it's so exciting when you get that package.
Very exciting. It's not so exciting when you get the teeth.
Oh!
We will take them. Send them in.
Still gold.
What, with the gold filling?
Yes,
Still
yes.
gold.
Yeah, in the dental packet. We will take it. Please send it in.
Where there's gold, there's cash.
Well, we will go through what you can and can't send in. So not any old teeth.
No, a little bit of gold.
Can't have gold.
As long as they're washed.
Don't get grandma's false teeth and pop them in. They're going to have that gold filling in. And Steve, tell us a bit about your story, because I love your story, how you've got involved in the company.
Okay, so I'm the new kid on the block. I've only been around with Post Gold for Cash for the last 10 months or so, and it's a fantastic team to be part of, and I really enjoy working with them. My role is to make calls, to support customers, to reassure, answer questions, and make sure people have got their packs, and if they've got any questions, to answer them.
Great.
And to just help people, nudge them along the way if that's what they want to do, because it's always the customer's choice as to what they're doing.
Lots of people do mention just how friendly you are. You're a great sort of quite small team.
Small but mighty.
Yeah.
And perfectly formed.
But make it really personal. I think that's really important.
I think the other good thing is I mean, obviously we brought the new boy with us, but the whole team have been there for a considerable amount of time. Most of us have all been.
And
there.
Between you, you've got so much knowledge in gold, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it just flows. It really flows and it really works. And we love talking to the customers and helping, and the different stories as to why they're sending stuff in and things like that. I mean, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's happy, and they're ecstatic with their offers, and, you know, that's it, I can get my car fixed, that sort of thing.
And customers are really grateful for that contact and that support and that connection, because then we can talk them through the process and just to reassure them. Because some customers have had the pack sitting on their side for a good few weeks and they're nervous to send the pack through. And sometimes people just send one piece to test, to see what it's like. And they get the reassurance and they get the offer so quickly, and they get some incredible offers.
You think you might have heard of Post Gold for Cash. Who are they? Who are you?
It's us, we're Steve and Sam.
And an amazing team.
Yes.
So Post Gold for Cash was established back in 2009, so we've been going for a really long time. It was an idea from Ash, and he needed to get on board with somebody who had this kind of knowledge, which he did.
So actually was the founder as such.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So between him and Ian, this is where we've sort of got to here.
And you were very much one of the first, weren't you, then?
Within a year I joined. I was only meant to do 14 hours a week, part-time. So yeah, I actually joined by accident. A friend of mine went for the job interview.
Okay.
And they offered her a part-time job, but she wanted full-time. So she turned around and said, "You need my friend Sam."
She could
How
go part-time.
fabulous. That is
I
one
want
of those
part-time.
meant to be moments.
Yes,
isn't it?
absolutely. And do you know what? I love it.
And you've just fallen in love with it, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love with
Well,
doing
it's
this?
exciting, isn't it? Because you've gone from. So what did you do at first? On
So
the phone?
at first I was on the phone, so I'd be calling you, I'd be giving you your offer, chatting away with you, and that was it. And then I was like, oh, can I play with it? Can I come and have a go and do this? And yeah, so I sort of shadowed some of the other valuers at the time, and I just love
So you learned the process on the job to the
So
point when
you've grown with
Yeah.
the company,
I
really,
have,
haven't you?
I have,
Definitely.
absolutely. And they're such a super supportive company to work for.
Right.
Very small team. aren't
Very
you?
small, yes.
So it's very personal. Lots of people say it's very personal. It's very friendly. It was all very smooth.
Yeah, it comes across, I think, when we're talking to people. I mean, anyone that orders a pack tonight, if you haven't sent it back in the next couple of weeks, this guy's going to call you.
Have an amazing conversation.
Lots of people will purposely now not send it back. So
I'd love to call them.
how's that?
just so they can chat to Steve.
Yes.
Now, Steve, tell us your story, how you got involved in
So I got involved because I discovered this most amazing sport called pickleball.
Okay.
And Ash actually plays pickleball. And so I met him playing pickleball, and he talked about his business and said, would you like to get involved and do some mystery shopping?
How funny.
And then come along and do some calls. And I said, I'd love to have a go. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
So I did some mystery shopping, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I found Post Gold for Cash to be so easy to do business with. I personally found them very trustworthy. I chose to sell my items, so I found the prices great. And then I started making some calls
And then
to
you
them.
started working
And
with
I thoroughly enjoyed having conversations with people, giving them choices, giving them options, talking them through processes, and reassuring people. You know, because they're slightly nervous. Oh, I'm scared to take it to the post office. I'm not sure. I've had it for ages.
Well, you said when you sent yours in, you took photos of everything.
I did.
So
I
just in
took photos on my phone, as I do with everything, receipts and stuff, because you can never have enough reassurance yourself.
Yeah.
So I had that evidence, and so when I sent it through, I had to remind myself what Tracy, when she called me with the offer, which ones were value and which ones weren't. And I was shocked about the ones that had value, because I thought it was the other ones that had value. And then to be offered between £400 and £500, it was like, whoa. And for once in my life, I was sort of like able to receive some cash to spend on either the children or a spa day or upgrade their phone without having to borrow money.
Yes.
So for a change, I wasn't borrowing.
Like a bonus.
I was
just sat
recycling
there,
some stuff that was sitting in the
Sat there
bedside
doing
cabinet.
nothing.
So, you know, we say about recycling all the time. We love a bit of recycling these days. I recycled it and I thought, why is it sitting there when I can do this? So my son thoroughly enjoyed his new iPhone.
So we were established back in 2009. So as companies go, we are one of the longest standing
Yeah,
ones.
you were very much one of the first, weren't you?
Yeah,
Thought of the
absolutely.
idea sort of first, and then others sort of came along.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the things that makes us very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Obviously, the
The
longevity of the
longevity,
company.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. The other thing to consider is, with regards to staff, other than Steve being our newbie, the rest of us have been there sort of 15 plus years.
More or less from the
So
beginning.
yeah, absolutely. So we work as a really good, smooth team. And the idea basically came from Ash, who then teamed up with Ian, who had the jewellery knowledge and this kind of thing. So they set it up, and here we are. Basically, we've come this far down the line, and it's such an easy service to use.
Yeah, really straightforward, really safe. You can see here over 270,000 customers have used the service already. Rated excellent, based over 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. Promised to match any price offered by other online buyers. Can you just
Tell us
confirm how that works?
Okay, so what we would need from you is if you have had an offer price from somebody else.
someone else.
Yep. Which is fine. Shop around if you need to. You know, it's your own peace of mind, which is what we always say. We will match that if we can see that in writing. So you just need to provide it to us with the quotation, the date it was done, and obviously as long as the weights match, we will do that.
You'll
for you.
match the price.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's so easy. It's so easy, and that's why you should choose Post Gold for Cash. And you can actually have a little look at just how simple it is. It's fast, it's easy. The great thing is it's a no obligation service. So if you don't want to take that valuation they give, they will send your gold back completely free of charge. You've lost nothing, but you've learned how the money, whether you wanted it or not. Or you might be really surprised, which most people are when you read the 5-star review. I didn't think it'd be that much, and you do accept that money. So just send that gold in for free to be valued. If you're not happy happy with the offer as it says, they'll return your gold items completely free of charge. So many people so happy with that offer. And the experienced gold valuers provide you with a free valuation to discover what your gold is worth.
Now, we're going to get into all the ins and outs of the nuances of if you want extra insurance and some of those kind of left of field questions that some people may have, because Post Cash for Gold have thought of absolutely everything. It's a very... what did I say? Oh, I thought I said Post Gold for Cash. Apparently I said something else. Sorry. Anyway, whatever I said, Post Gold for Cash. They've really thought of everything to make this a completely transparent, open, honest, direct, brilliant service for you. Their customer service is renowned. They've been around since 2009, so they've been around a long time, and they have excellent reviews on Trustpilot, many of those too, and lots and lots, over 200,000 happy customers, and I hope that you will be one of them as well. So we know who they are now, but why? Why should you use Post Gold for Cash today?
But if you sat at home watching and thinking, oh, I think I might have heard of this company, why do you think you should use Post Gold for Cash? Well, let's show you exactly why. Because it's a fast and no obligation service. And you're sending the gold for free, Sam, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. 100% free.
So you send us this great pack, which is a little letter. It gives us an idea as well, the items we could buy and you don't buy. There's a little form to fill in. And then we've got a little envelope.
Would you like me to show you how to use the envelope?
Yes, please.
Would that help?
Yes.
I have one here.
What we do at home.
Okay, so when you're at home, you got to obviously keep your letter to one side. That gives you all your information.
So that tells you, and it gives you tips on there.
Yes, it does. It will also guide you as to what we do and don't accept.
Great.
Just a little few more notes on that.
Great.
It's really important. Fill out the form.
Okay.
Right.
This is the way we can contact you. Telephone number, email address, obviously payment options. Go for bank, and for example, you order a pack this morning. Yeah. I'm going to acknowledge it's morning. Order a pack this morning. If you receive that pack tomorrow on Wednesday, if you happen to get it in the post to us Wednesday, we'll have it Thursday. We can have that money in the bank for you Thursday afternoon. Okay.
Wow.
So make sure we have those details. Okay. Bottom bit here, we will fill in. Okay.
Okay.
So fold that up.
So we fill that in and we put that in the envelope with our gold.
Yep.
So you've got your gold. So for example, I'll pop a couple of bits in here. Okay, you seal it up. You put it in with your form. Oh. Get it in the envelope. Okay, seal it up and take it to the post office. Okay,
Now, this is important, isn't it? It has to go to the post office
Yes.
counter.
Yeah.
Okay, because they will give you proof of posting.
Okay.
It will validate the insurance and also give you a tracking number so you know when we've received it.
Fantastic.
Okay?
Great.
All right. The other thing to remember is when we've sent it out to you, down here, there will be a little sticker with some brief details and also a reference number for you, just down here.
Okay.
So, on the odd occasion where customers forget to pop this in,
Oh, you have. Oh,
we've
that's
got a way of
clever.
finding them. Okay,
Yes.
so don't panic. It happens all the time. I always tell people you're not the first, you won't be the last, but try to pop it in. But if not, we'll find you.
And then what happens when it gets delivered to you?
When it gets delivered to us, okay, so it's delivered by obviously secure postal service. Comes in now. Before we open your pack, before we do anything else, we weigh it. Okay.
Okay.
And what that does is when you've got your receipt from the post office, you'll have a weight on it.
Ah, so you know it's the same.
Exactly. So we know it's the same.
So
So
it
we
matches.
write that onto the grey silver envelope. Okay. All packs are dealt with individually, so they are logged in, which means we just put sort of reference numbers, things like that on it, check the items in there, and then it will come across to me.
One of the things about the lovely Sam is that you're going to find actually she very likely will be the person that calls you with your offer. And a lot of people dig that, you know, they get to talk to Sam off telly, as she calls herself now. She calls herself Sam Gold. I don't actually know her real surname, Sam Gold. She's absolutely wonderful. They are just an enormously fantastic team. They really are very, very good at what they do. They really know what they're doing, and they really not only know how to take care of you, but want to take care of you too. I just want to talk, if I may, but we're going to show you some examples in a minute. Let me talk about insurance. That's the sort of big, the kind of the big question, the number one question. So when you get your free selling pack, you'll have, as I have mentioned, one of these inside. Now, yours will have a little sticker down the bottom here as well, which will have your name and your unique customer reference. So if you forget for any reason to stick your form in, don't worry. Some people do, because you can't tamper with these, they do cut them open and then stick the form in and then sellotape them up. That's why the post office weigh them and Post Cash for Gold weigh them, just in case, you know, they want to make sure that nobody else has undone the pack while it's been in transit. Not that it would, because obviously Royal Mail is a closed loop system as well. But this, on its own, if you pay nothing, it includes £750 insurance. That's why you have to take it to the post office, because when they scan the barcode, it activates your insurance. Now, if you think your items are worth a little bit more and you want to, say, insure for £1,000, you can do this at the post office. There are 2 additional tiers. One is 1,000 and the other one, and it's the maximum, is 2,500. So for 1,000, you have to pay £3. And then for 2,500, you pay an extra £10. But Rob, you said it was free. Well, yes. Because, all right, yes, you have to pay that initially when you go to the post office, but when you accept Post Gold for Cash's offer, they will actually refund you whatever you've spent. If you spent £3 on insurance, they'll give you your £3 back. On top of your valuation, on top of the extra 10% of your valuation you're getting exclusively through Shop on TV. And also, if you've paid £10, they will also reimburse the £10. Now, if let's say you don't accept the offer and you want the items sent back, they won't reimburse you, but they will return the items with the same level of insurance that you paid for. So in other words, they will match it. They will pay extra for that same level of insurance, either 1,000 or 2,500, to send the items back to you. Incidentally, one of the great things about this service is that you don't have to be the expert evaluator, because that's what they're for, and they're doing it for free. So if you've got a whole bunch of stuff, like all these, you might not know whether these are gold or not. You might think they are. You may, on some of them, be able to find a hallmark, but not everything has a hallmark. But just bung it all in the bag and then send it to them, and they'll tell you whether, if there are, because they actually have, if something doesn't have a hallmark, they have a special X-ray gun which will allow them to read the gold purity, as long as it's solid gold or solid metal, so, or a solid, as long as it's got real gold in it, and I'll talk about that in a second, then it's worth something, and they'll be able to tell. Now, if you have, let's say, sent a whole bunch of stuff in and none of it's worth anything, they can send it back to you, but all they ask is that you pay for the special delivery envelope to return it. Or they can just get rid of it. If you just say, well, if it's junk and not worth anything, just throw it out. So and this is where it's important to understand what they do accept and what they don't accept. So it's not just gold, by the way. It's also silver, platinum and palladium. It's just that post gold, silver, platinum or palladium for cash would have been a very long domain name. So the only thing they don't accept is anything that is plated, so or foreign currency. So any kind of fashion jewellery, costume jewellery, anything gold plated, pinchback jewellery, that sort of thing, pewter, crystal. It's not worth anything, please don't send it in. But if you don't know, if you think it might be costume jewellery, if you think it's gold, then send it in, let them do the evaluating for you. But anything that is actual gold, and it doesn't matter what purity of gold. So gold, I'm sorry if I'm teaching grandmother to suck eggs here, but let me give you a little bit of information about gold. And the same is also true of any precious metal. So in gold, pure gold, 100%, well, actually it's not 100%, it's only ever 999.9%, just in case. They always allow for any little potential impurities. So 24 karat gold is 999%, or 99%, 99.9% pure, not 999, that would be silly. That's not percentage, is it, Rob? However, if you buy 9 karat gold, or you have 9 karat gold, that is only 37.5% pure gold. The rest is alloys. But there is gold in there. So, and they can identify what purity of gold it is, what the gold content is, and it's all going to get melted down anyway, and there's a process that basically separates the actual gold from all the other metals. So the gold content, the 24 karat pure gold that is inside, alloyed with other metals in your 9 karat gold item, is worth something. So then you've also got 14 karat gold, which is, I believe, 57.5% pure. And then you've got 18 karat gold, which is 75% pure. Then you've got 22 karat gold, which is 916, I believe, 91.6% pure. And then after that, obviously, you've got 24 karat gold. So you may not know what you've got. You may send something in that you think is gold, actually isn't, or you may send something in, even better still, that you don't think is gold, you're not sure, but it turns out that it is, and maybe not even 9 karat gold, but maybe it's 18 karat gold. And suddenly, you know, most of the comments I see from people who've used Postgold for Cash, it's comments like, I had no idea how much it was worth, or people have generally, or have been very surprised by how much they've been offered. By the way, unlike a pawnbroker or selling online or whatever, this essentially is one of the best ways that you can sell your jewellery online, because it's all based on the mid-market rates. I'll get into that a little bit later on. It's based on the value of gold that day, and then there is a specific percentage, obviously, that Postgold for Cash retain for their service. So it's a very it's formulaic the way they do it. Whereas, you know, pawnbrokers, it's a different business model. They're trying to buy it for as little as possible, so that. And it's usually a loan. If you don't pay the loan back, they sell the jewellery and they want to sell it for as high as possible. That's their business. Nothing wrong with that, but that doesn't give you the best yield. If you sell on an auction website, you don't know necessarily if you're getting the right price for it. You could be underselling it. Or you might not know, you know, as I was saying, if you don't know if it's gold and you try and sell it online and, you know, as gold, and then it's not, I mean, look, it's a minefield, right? Potentially. If you want to do it that way, you can. But also, you're guaranteed to get the very best price that you possibly can for your gold through Postgold for Cash. Why? Because they will match any other online gold, scrap gold company that buys scrap gold. I wish I could talk tonight. That'd be handy, wouldn't it? It's been a long week. And as long as you can provide proof of the valuation that was given by another online company. And the reason that you might want to do that is because with Postgold for Cash, when you do it through Shop on TV, you get an extra 10%. You won't get that elsewhere. So that is exclusive to us. And again, no obligation necessary. So you win, no matter what you do. Postgold for Cash have made it so that no matter how you shake it, dice it or slice it, you are going to win. You're the one that's going to benefit. So shall we have a little look at some examples? I remember selling those on television years ago, those little sort of Egyptian thingies. I forget what they're called. Egyptian thingies. But this is the thing. Is it an ankh? It is an ankh, isn't it? You may have something that's really unfashionable now, that was really fashionable back in the day, and it's not anymore. You never wear it. Maybe you'd rather get some money for it. Well, here are some examples of things that you could potentially sell and what you might get for them.
You've got the odd earrings and rings. Stones missing. Perfect. Send it in. Back of a watch. Something like that.
Could we move that?
Can I just
very
grab that out
technical
your
gun.
way?
We'll talk you through that in a moment. Lovely.
You've obviously got white gold, yellow gold. There is no difference. It's just the colour. So the gold content would still be either 9, 14, 18. That's still the same. So the colour makes no odds. I mean, for example, this little box here, what do you think that may well be worth? I mean,
it's a little treasure trove there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's really tricky, isn't it?
Because I don't think a lot of people realise how valuable gold is.
No.
And that constant, well, it's been constant, the way it's gone up and up and up, hasn't it? And we'll show you examples of that as we go through. So you want us to guess?
I want you to guess.
The value of this box.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I'm going to go £300. Higher or lower, Hayley? Higher or lower for the game?
Oh, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, have I got to pick a number?
Yeah.
I thought I could just go higher and win. I'm gonna go
a few
425.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's very precise.
300, 425.
Okay, so
Have we got a reveal?
A little
big
reveal there.
in here.
You ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Can't turn it around.
Sorry.
Can't get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Approximately £750 worth.
But do you know the best thing is if we sent that to you via Shop on TV, doing your order, getting your free pack, That would be more than 750.
This would give you 10%
10%
more.
extra.
Yes, 'cause
Another,
they've got
another £75.
another £75 on top.
So it'd go from 750 to 825. That's our exclusive deal. Remember, you're going to get an extra 10% on the valuation of whatever you send.
And remember, you're ordering on our website, or you can order on our phones like normal. You need to pop it in the website into your basket, check your basket out as if you were ordering something, but it's completely free.
Free pack,
of charge.
free postage, free valuation, and free returns if you don't accept the valuation.
That's fantastic.
Where should we go? Where should we go?
Okay, so we've got some around the front here. So there's just,
Okay.
just a little single gold ring sat there
Okay.
in the drawer doing nothing.
Okay.
What do we think?
I'm thinking £100.
Oh gosh.
I should pick it
It's
up.
quite it's quite
Oh,
thick, isn't it? It's
now I'm
quite
thinking
thick.
more than £100.
Yeah. I'm going to go, I don't know,
Should probably
200.
smell it.
200.
Smell it? What? Is that a thing?
Shall I try it on? 200.
Okay, I said 100.
Okay, you ready?
Changed my mind.
No way.
£5?
For one item?
For one item, yeah.
And is that because of the weight?
And because
of
of the
it?
grade.
Yeah.
Right.
Quality.
That is a higher grade of gold. So the purity of gold within it is higher. That's 22 karat gold.
Wow.
Now, quite often, sort of your grandparents, they would often have 22 carat.
Gosh, £500.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll just look after
Oh
that.
no, you that one.
Okay.
Wow. And
Okay.
one more thing, what else?
Okay, so then we've got this one. Now, this is unhallmarked.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
So people might think,
well, should I send it? You know, how do I know what it is?
Yes.
So obviously we test it. We have the magical little gun that
gun
we
you
have
showed us.
moved casually off the table. So we would use that to test this. If anything comes in unhallmarked, okay, so it's like an X-ray, and it will determine what the contents of the gold is within the item. So that's a high grade of gold. It's just a few items, isn't it?
okay, I'm
So,
going to go.
I mean, it's really pretty, but I would probably look at that and think probably it wasn't real gold. So you just don't know, do you?
Exactly.
So, price-wise, don't, how much?
I didn't guess.
Because I would think that wasn't proper gold. Oh my word, there's another
It kept
zero.
coming, look.
Wow.
2,500. So you could be so pleasantly
And then you get an extra 10%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that £250 extra?
Yes.
It
Oh
is.
my word.
And that's the reaction we get from our customers
I
when we call them
bet.
back.
Oh, lovely. We've
And
got
it's
it.
like the conversations we have are incredible.
I bet it's really
with the
satisfying.
gratitude and the
excitement.
excitement, because it's the thought of what we can now do with that cash. It's recycled that precious metal,
Yeah.
and what can we do now?
By the way, when I was talking about gold purity earlier, that little yellow thing that was down by Steve's foot, it's literally a portable X-ray machine that's calibrated to tell how much gold or silver or palladium. Palladium is actually in the platinum family. There's another one which is iridium. So there's platinum, palladium and iridium, sort of in increasing rarity and value. So I don't know if they take iridium, but I always ask about that, and Sam never seems to have an answer for me. By the way, I also was talking about hallmarks, because a lot of jewellery is hallmarked, certainly in this country. So, for example, 9 karat gold, 37.5% pure gold, so it will have a hallmark 375, and so it goes on. And some, as I said, some jewellery is not hallmarked. So let's have a little look and see or listen to what Sam has to say about jewellery that is hallmarked.
But actually are worth more than you ever realised, which is really
I
exciting.
mean, there could be things like this that you wore and wore and wore, and then
it's not fashionable
anymore.
Keeper rings.
Yeah.
Very fashionable back in the sort
What are they
the
called, these?
Keeper rings.
keeper ring.
Yeah.
Keeper ring.
Like a lot of us got onyx rings. I remember getting an
Yes.
onyx ring for my
Yes.
18th.
Me too.
And I remember the
buckles.
stone falling out, and then that had value, and it was lovely from when I was 18.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
not-
wear it anymore.
Yeah.
And so that went in the package for me.
I mean, there's so many things that has value that
And has
could
that
just
got a
be sat there,
hallmark?
couldn't it?
Or has that not got a
Oh,
hallmark?
have we got to look for it
Go and
now?
have a look for it.
Sam's
Come
going to
on,
say have a
you
look
can
for
do
it. Right, I'm going to move this out and have a look. Let's
Has it got a
have a
hallmark?
look.
Because again, I'd look at that and think, oh, is it real gold? Because it's got that look to it.
Yeah.
that's-
So I would
Is it or
flip
isn't it?
it and look at the bottom.
Oh,
Where-
oh,
where
underneath.
there.
That's a yeah.
Can you see it? Oh, you look really intelligent.
Do I?
I think we've got a position.
Is
for
there
you.
a job for me?
I think so. Yeah.
There would be if I could find
Can't see a
anything.
thing, but
I mean, you look very dapper, so
There you go.
so there is, but can you read it?
I can't see anything.
Or is there not one?
I can't find it.
No?
No, I'm useless. You don't want to
That
give
might
me
be
a
the
job.
chocolate one, Sean.
If there wasn't, you'd still be able to discover what that gold was.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So we have an X-ray gun, a big old yellow gun that's very expensive, but it does the job. So it's like going to the hospital and having an X-ray at the hospital. They can look at your bones. I can look at the content of the metal within the item.
Oh, wow.
Come on, you can do this.
Is it there?
I don't know.
I don't. Let me see.
You have a look. Oh, we're not very good
Let
at
me
this.
just give you an easy one.
Yes. With a really big hallmark on.
I don't. Is there one?
So here, just on the inside of this bangle.
Look, just completely pointed it out.
I know.
Really big
I
font.
couldn't make it any simpler for you,
I don't
frankly.
think there is one in there.
I think, I hope there's
Shall I
not.
have a look?
You have a look. I bet you can
You have a look
find
in
it.
that one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Can you see it?
This is a skill, Sam.
Absolutely.
You have a real skill.
And
She
good
does.
eyes.
She has great skill.
Well, clearly my eyes are not that good because I couldn't see the graph.
You're close up, but not a long way away. Again, you might be at home thinking, is it? Put it in the envelope.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You don't need to know because
Look,
Oh.
look what Sam's doing.
what's she doing? She's getting closer.
Sam does it. She's really close. Really close.
Trying to make it look professional.
Close.
I think you might be right. I think
There
it might
isn't
not be.
one.
I think it could
I've
have been
chosen the one
resized.
piece.
I think you've done really well. Yes. And this
knew
one, I mean, you don't need a loop. You can see that.
Yes.
Well, I think this says, does it say 9 carat? This says 9 carat, I think. Would it say that?
It is 9 carat.
Hey, the
You win
winner.
it. You win.
You get an envelope.
By the end of this, you're going to have all of it hallmarked. You're going to know what they all are.
I'm seeing double now. I've had my eyes closed. I've been doing this, but
That is a real skill, Sam.
It is.
That's a learned skill, though, isn't it? Because
Thank
you've been there for
Over 15 years, yes.
And you started. Just reiterate how you started.
So I started there working, phoning the customers to give them their offers.
Thank you.
So that's what I started doing.
Right.
And then I started to get curious. You know, I want to go and have a look.
It is something, though, you would naturally,
You're
I think,
drawn
get
to it
really
like a magpie.
interested in.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you do the valuation.
I do. So the majority of the items that you send in to us will cross my table and I will value it for you.
Yeah, Sam does a lot of the valuations. Yes, she does. OK, I'm going to do an impression and let's see if anyone's watching, shall we? Why don't you send me an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk, if you can tell what the impression is. Are you ready? All right. Anyone? Shall I do it again for you, just in case you missed it the first time? Right. And by the way, that's what they use if they have no hallmarks.
So what we would use is the Thermo Scientific.
Gosh.
And it's quite weighty. I don't know if you want
Let me
to...
put that back. Oh, it is weighty.
Yeah.
So you're pointing at the
Oh,
piece of the
gosh.
jewellery.
Yeah. So basically we will hold the piece of jewellery across the end of it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, and then we hold it. So it's almost like, imagine going for an X-ray at the hospital.
Ah, right. And then it
The X-ray
tells
allows you to go through and see the bones.
Inside.
This then basically tells us what the metal content is
Oh,
in there
wow.
and what sort of percentages.
Very, very
Wow.
Wow.
This feels very expensive.
It is very expensive.
So I'm going to
yes.
pass that
Don't
back.
drop
Okay. I'll pass
So
it to
even if
Steve.
it's not hallmarked, you sort of know, well, I'm sure it is gold, but I can't find it. Or if you look at hallmark and you're like me, all seems to just blur into one, and you're like, I'm not sure if those numbers mean anything. Send it into you and you
Absolutely.
can always discover what
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, and if you've got a mixture of stuff, chuck it all in the bag. Some people will put it into individual bags or things like that. It's our job. You know, you just want ease. So put it into one of these packs, send it in to us. We'll deal with it from our end.
So it doesn't matter how many items you put in, as long as you fit into there.
You could send a single earring in if that's all you've got and you want to give it a go. If you've got other items, then just pop it all into us.
I find it really exciting when a customer sends in a pack and they put in a little envelope no value things that they think it's no value.
Yes.
And I've observed Sam with her special gun and and it comes up as gold, 18 carat.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's an extra £400 in the offer.
Yeah.
And I just find that really exciting for the customer that they didn't expect to get that offer.
I bet that's often the way. I think sometimes you look at something and think it is,
So
that's
we do
worth
the
a
work
fortune.
for them. We make it as easy as possible.
Now, I must apologise. When I said earlier that I was doing an impression, it's not technically an impression. I'll correct it, because no one's got it yet. So it's actually, I'm enacting the title of a feature film. OK? So here it is again. There you are. Want to see it again? So that's the title of a feature film. TikTok, did you get it yet? Come here, TikTok. So I'm enacting the title of a feature film that you have to guess. Okay, you ready? Do you want to see it again? Here we go. Right, that was for TikTok. They're just over there. Anyone? No? I'll tell you what, why don't you look at some more examples? So TikTok, oh, there you are. Why don't you look at some more examples and I'll just talk to TikTok and see if anyone gets it. And I'll be back with you shortly. So, anyone get it yet?
I think lots of us that you were picking up there, a ring with some stones missing. So you're never going to wear it, sadly.
No.
So we could
send it in.
Yeah.
So you're going to send that and you'll never get it repaired.
And there's
Pop that in.
not value to the stones, is the Sam? It's all about the gold.
It's really the gold, because as we said, we don't sell items on or anything like that. They really do just get melted down. So if you've got stones within an item and you think, actually, I want to hold on to that, take it out.
Take the stones out.
Take the stone out before sending it in. That's absolutely fine. I mean, you will get things, things go out of fashion.
I recognise so many of these things. That ring, what was that ring called? The little one that had a name.
Cladder.
It was a what?
The cladder ring.
Cladder ring.
And if I remember rightly,
I never had one, but loads of my
if you
friends
wear it with your
did.
heart pointing out, means you're available.
Oh.
And if you wear it your heart pointing to your heart, that means you're taken.
Oh, God.
From memory.
Why does
from
Steve
memory.
know this?
Don't know. I don't know.
He's older than us, I think.
21 with experience.
His heart was pointing out, I think.
My heart was confused, that's why I didn't know what was
That's why you
going
got
on.
me. This piece here, again, it's something that I think at the time really fashionable.
Yeah,
it's like Egyptian.
I think your sister had one of
I
those.
think you're right, yeah.
Quite often, you'd find that's a holiday purchase.
Right. Oh, you're away on your holidays.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, on your holidays, I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
Hieroglyphics.
I think it might be, isn't it?
So that and the chain, those are 18 karat gold. So again, we are increasing what the level of gold is. So that's 75%.
Gosh, so these are just examples that we're showing you to give you an idea of things that you might have at home.
I do recognise
things that you
this
bought on
as well,
holiday.
actually.
Yeah, that's the same sort of thing, isn't
it? Do you
it?
recognise that?
That is the same sort
There's
of
so
thing you
many
buy on
things.
your holidays.
Oh gosh, I remember people wearing these.
And we did. I think back along, we wore so much more gold, as in
Yes.
the gold
Yeah.
colour, didn't we? We would wear the rope chains. When I first met my husband, he very much was wearing the big chunky gold chains.
A lot of the guys do.
Not so much anymore.
Not anymore.
I'll put you out of your misery. It's the man with the golden gun, because this tells you what gold content you see. The man with the golden gun. Yeah. By the way, just to remind you, you have to check out when you use this service. We've added it because it's got an item number here. So whether you go to our website or to our phone lines, you have to actually process it like you would buy something online. So you have to check out. It's free. It's £0, 0 pence, 0 postage and packing. We don't even take any credit or debit card information. It's purely to get the information to transmit to Post Gold for Cash so that they can send you your free gold selling pack. But if you don't check out, they're not going to send it to you. By the way, it is limited to one per person, and there's a reason for that. Because if we allowed it where you could order multiples, then they would all be transmitted as separate orders. Post Gold for Cash would essentially process them as separate orders. So you would get 5 gold selling packs, each with a different customer reference number. You'd have to send all your jewellery back individually, and then they would give you 5 separate evaluations and 5 separate offers. So if you do have jewellery or insufficient items, it doesn't have to be jewellery, that they won't fit in this. What you need to do, remember I mentioned earlier, if you've just tuned in, I'll tell you again, you get a little welcome letter and their phone number is on this. So what that means is that you can call them and just ask them, you'll give them your reference number, or you can give them, they'll be able to look you up. And then ask for additional envelopes. Then they'll all be under the same reference number. When they're all processed, they'll be processed as one batch. You'll get one offer and one lump sum. Does that make sense? And actually, again, in terms of what you get when you receive your mailer and all of this, the good stuff that's inside, I don't need to explain that to you because Sam, and by the way, Sam Gold, as she calls herself, from Post Gold for Cash, is live on TikTok right now. If you want to go to, is it Shop on Sam tonight? Shop on Sam on TikTok. Sam's our floor manager, but coincidentally, there are 2 Sams on TikTok tonight. And Sam, who you're just seeing on the telly now in our videos from Post Gold for Cash, is also on TikTok right now. So you could go and ask her questions if you wanted, or say hello. And if you don't want to do that, don't worry, because here she is from another show, another day, another time, another dimension in space and other places. And she's explaining what the envelope contains and what you do with it when you get it.
Should we run through putting an envelope together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Yes,
absolutely.
let's do it.
it can be several different things, can't it?
Yeah, for sure. So you'll receive your pack like this. Okay, tucked behind your letter, which gives you the information of the process to make sure you take it.
So it talks you through everything we've talked you through today.
Absolutely, all of it. And then on the back, further information, the do's and don'ts of what to send us.
Okay.
To give you a guide. So pop that to one side because that will have your reference number and has our contact details on.
Great.
If at that stage you've got any questions, call us.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Call us.
great. So
Great.
Cool.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Perhaps you have got something that's got a sort of a mark on and you could ring and say, should I put this in? It says, I think it says so-and-so. You'll sort of recognise it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Quite often people go, I've got gold, but I've got a bit of silver. Can I pop that in? Pop it in.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
All goes in one bag. We have one bag for everything. So
Lovely.
absolutely no problem.
And that's great. We can ring you just to double check before.
Yeah,
Lovely.
sure. So this, we need you to fill out as much information as you can. We obviously need your contact details. Obviously, we will deal with the bottom part here, bank details, so we can pay you that money on the day that we receive your pack, get it in the bank nice and swiftly. Now, if by chance you forget to pop the form in,
Okay.
it does happen.
Panic.
It does happen. Do not panic, because once you've sealed these, they're pretty difficult to unseal.
Yeah.
Okay, on the bottom
Very
here,
difficult.
when you've requested it, we will pop a little sticker there with some brief details, your own personal code. So when it comes into us,
Lovely.
we'll find you.
You'll know.
So you will know.
The words of Liam Neeson. We have a
will
special
know.
But do put the form in because that's your bank details. That's where you get your money.
Yeah.
But again, we can get all that information off
Lovely.
you, but
Fabulous.
don't panic. So.
Sorry, I was going to say, what I found when I did the mystery shopping, I was a little bit nervous going to the post office as to, what am I doing with this package when I go in there? The post office counter staff were really helpful.
Great.
They're very experienced and they knew exactly what to do. And I was like, could you help? And they were like, yeah, no problem. And they were just as helpful as what we are. And so they took that responsibility and they sorted me out. I remember when I was a customer, they did that for me. So just to say that.
So basically, once you've got this, and you've got this, you fill this out, you've got that interesting keeper ring from back in the 90s. My husband's got one of these, I've got to be honest. Sits in a drawer.
Send it.
And if I order a pack on here, I'm going to get an extra 10%. Yes, absolutely. So pop your items in here. So, I mean, let's pop a mixture in. You've got single earrings, chuck it in.
Right.
Rings with stones missing, chuck it in.
Oh, that's good because, yes.
The ring you got for Mother's Day, but you're never going to wear it out. Chuck it in.
This bracelet is...
You keep eyeing that up. You see this.
No, what do they call these?
An
Identity
yeah.
bracelets.
There's so many things that were fashionable, weren't they, for a time, but they're just not anymore.
No.
So loads of us have stuff like this.
And you get the names. The names are quite often on them as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is great. But what's really good is you guys will definitely find the hallmark on that one.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm saying this.
Is there an arrow?
Said that.
Oh, there
I
it
see
is.
it already.
Oh, look at that.
Don't even need the magnifier.
Font 24.
I told you as we moved on, you would get this.
Can you see? Look, you can even see it at home. It's as simple as that. Now, 671236 is the item number that you need to quote if you're on the phone. 0333241241. If you want to go to the website, it's always the easiest way. shopontv.co.uk/gold. Remember, it'll take you straight through to those exclusive
And it's so
offers.
easy, like you'd normally order with us here on Shop on TV. So pop it into your basket, check your basket through, and check out either as you're a regular guest or whether you just want to check out as a guest first time actually ordering. But order via us because it will give you the opportunity
Extra
to get that
10%.
extra 10%
And the 3 prize draws.
added onto the valuation of your bag. How great is that? And it's so simple. Everything's so easy, actually.
Now we're going to carry on filling the envelope, but if anyone at home is sat thinking, is it safe for me to post gold to you?
Yeah.
Let's reiterate the safety, because we've got a little slide here that covers everything, but you tell us, Sam.
Okay, so basically, once you've filled out your little foam envelope,
Yes.
okay, you filled out your form, you've sealed it into your silver delivery bag, you take it to the post office. Really important, take it to the post office. Don't just shove it in the red box.
No.
Please take it to
Go
the
to the
post
counter.
office. Yes. What they will then do is they will weigh your package. They will give you a receipt with a tracking number on, which will be this number here. Okay,
Right.
so that's individual to you, to your pack. Okay, what you can then do is you can track your pack as it heads into us, making its journey in to make you lots of money. All right? So once we've received it, we will log all that information and we will weigh your pack. We won't open this pack until we weigh it. And there's a reason for that. Because if we go back to the receipt that you've got from the post office, that will have a weight on it.
Well, they always weigh. They weigh everything, don't they? Even when you
Absolutely.
return clothes and things, they always
Pop on the
weigh.
scales. Pop on the scales.
Everything has to go on the scales.
So that's really important, because then what we can do is if there is a discrepancy, we've got a trail. We can see that.
Right.
Great.
All right, and
Clever.
that's important.
Yeah.
The other thing is, initially, it is insured up to £750. That's automatic. But if you feel the items are worth more, there are 2 other options. You can increase it up to £1,000, or you can increase it to the maximum of £2,500.
Right.
Now, there is initially your cost, but if you accept our offer, then not only will you get an extra 10%
Very good.
from ordering tonight, then we will give that back to you.
You're watching Shop on TV. I'm Rob Lock with an E. And this is Post Gold for Cash, where you literally post your gold for free and you get cash. Basically, if your gold is worth anything. Not necessarily just gold. It could also be silver. It could also be platinum or palladium, which is another, or it's from the platinum family. But Rob, what if I have gemstones in my jewellery? Well, this is a good question. Allow me to answer. If you have a single diamond that is a minimum of 1/4 carat in size, then Post Gold for Cash will value that. 1/4 carat or above, they will value it. If it's a carat but it's made up of lots of smaller diamonds, they won't. Any other gemstones also are not of interest to them. So if you do have, like, you might have a big emerald or a big ruby or something like that, or a big sapphire. By the way, sapphire, all different colours of sapphire are called sapphire, except for red sapphire, which is called ruby. They're all from the corundum family. Maybe you knew that. So, but if you've got a large, if you have emerald is a different element altogether, or mineral, I should say. So if you have a gemstone that you think is worth something or know is worth something, pop it out. If you can't do it yourself, you could always take it down to your jewellers. But otherwise, yes, gemstones are not part of the valuation process unless they're diamonds and unless they're over 1/4 carat for a single stone. But any other kind of metal. And by the way, one of the things on our list that it talks about is cutlery. Now, unless your cutlery, if it's British silver, it will have the profile of a lion on it. So, like, you'll find anything that is sort of precious or semi-precious will have a hallmark on it. So, if it has a lion in profile, basically 1/3 of the England football emblem, then that means that it is silver. If it's anything else, pretty much it's not. But you might have a large jug, you might have a silver platter, any of that sort of thing. If it's, as long as it is actually silver, then it's worth something. And remember, you don't have to worry about getting it to Post Gold for Cash because you've got the envelope. And this, yes, it's an envelope, but it's also a mailer. So you can literally sellotape that to the top of a box, and the post office will honour the delivery, the special delivery by 1 p.m. the next day, no matter what the size or the weight of the box is. So which is pretty good, isn't it? It's completely free. And remember, the exclusive offer, the reason you want to do this through Shop on TV is because you get the extra 10%. So there's no obligation when you send your items in. Just because you order your free selling pack doesn't mean you have to sell your items. They will be valued, and then if you like the offer and you say yes, then you'll get the money for them. If you don't like the offer and you don't want to sell them, they will be returned to you. Now, they'll be returned to you as long as there is at least one item that is genuinely has precious or is of value, that has either gold or silver or platinum or palladium in it. Not plated, it has to be, if it's a pure metal, you know, no matter what as long as it's a precious metal, no matter what the purity is what I'm trying to say. So as long as there's one, they'll send everything back to you free of charge. If there's nothing, if it's all junk or if it's all costume jewellery, they can send it back to you. They just ask that you pay for the return mailing, which I think is about £9, something like that. It's not very much at all. You can have the money, if you do accept the offer, deposited into your bank account, any UK bank account or building society, as long as you have an account number and a sort code. Now, if you want to, you can get a cheque. Some people still like cheques. If you ask them for a cheque, they will send you a cheque. You can even get cash. If you want bills, dollar bills, or pound notes, crisp moolah, then you can get that. It might take a little extra time for them to get it from the bank, so you might not get the money the same day. And all they ask is that you pay for the special delivery envelope, which again is about £9, I think it is, to have the cash sent to you so that it's sent securely. So no matter what you do with this service, whatever valuation you get, and I want to make this plainly clear, there ain't no small print here. You can go onto our page, shopontv.co.uk/gold. There is no fine print. There are explanations, but if you had, let's say, two absolutely identical items, and you sent one directly through Post Gold for Cash, and you sent the other one you ordered through us, and then that was sent to Post Gold for Cash, you would get exactly the same valuation for both because they use the mid-market rate. So gold is valued on the market, the gold market, twice daily. And the mid-market rate is the average of the two. And that's how the mid-market rate is what the gold is worth on any given day. They use that to determine the value of the gold, and then they have a very specific percentage that they take off as for their service, for their services, basically. So it's very specific. So you would get exactly the same valuation, except by going through Shop on TV, they will add 10% on top. So if you got 1,000 from just doing it directly and 1,000 for a valuation from Post Gold for Cash, they'd give you another £100 on top, absolutely free, when you sell your gold. That's the benefit of doing this through us. It is fabulous, and plus you get entered into the 3 prize draws. That's free of charge, so you might, you stand 3 chances of winning £500. So there's another little bonus there. You may not win, but somebody's got to win, right? And people have won. People win every 4 months. So just make sure that you get your free gold selling pack either by going to shopontv.co.uk/gold or by going just to our website, to our homepage, click on any of the Post Gold for Cash banners, or you can click on our show page, which is the live on air banner right at the very top, and that will take you through to the products on this show. There's only one, which is the Post Gold for Cash free selling pack. Click on that, add it to your basket, go to your basket checkout, or just click buy now, bypass all the going through the basket malarkey, put in your information, and away you go. This will arrive. So today's Sunday, so obviously they're not going to receive the orders till first thing Monday morning. I think they open the offices at 7 a.m. And so the free gold selling pack will be sent out to you. You'll receive it by Tuesday. And then Tuesday, you fill your... So it gives you all of Monday, basically, to find all the things that you want to put in your envelope. And give them a call if you want to, if there's anything that you want to ask in the meantime. As soon as your pack arrives, fill it up, fill out your form, put it in the pack, take it to the post office. it has to go to the post office because they will scan it, and they'll scan your barcode, and then there is proof of postage, and it also activates your insurance. Also, it's your tracking, so you can make sure that, even though it's guaranteed, by the way, 1 p.m. delivery, Post Gold for Cash, where their offices are, they generally receive all the packages by 9 a.m. And then they will be weighed to make sure that nothing's gone awry in transit, and then will be handed over usually to Sam, who you see in our videos, and she will open and sort all of the items one at a time. She will value all of the items, and then she will, usually it's her, will give you a call and let you know what the offer is. And if you accept it there and then, the money's in your account by the end of the day. And that's it, as simple as that. And again, these don't expire. The offer doesn't expire. If you sent your pack back in a year, 5 years, 10 years, you're still, because basically your unique customer number, which will be on here, they know it's come from Shop on TV, so they will always honour that extra 10%, just by, and that's that exclusive offer, just by ordering your pack through us. It's as simple as that. And they did have a customer, Sam was telling me on the last show we did together, who sent their pack back 10 years later. Nothing ever expires. It's always good to go. Maybe you've got old gold. Maybe you've got things that are no longer fashionable. Maybe you've inherited some items from somebody, and they're not things that you would use or wear, and they're just gathering dust. Well, why not turn them into cash? Maybe you've got broken earring, a broken watch. Gold watch, could be the case is gold. Maybe the strap's gold too, but the watch doesn't work anymore. Maybe you've got one half of a pair of earrings. Who knows? If, broken links or whatever it may be. Whatever your reason, if you've got gold you want to sell and get the best bang for your buck, then we believe Post Gold for Cash is the way to do it. And again, they will honour any valuation you get from any other online scrap gold buyer. All you have to do is provide proof that that you've got a legitimate offer from somebody else, and they will match it. But you will also, because you've done it through Post Gold, through Shop on TV, or if you do it through Shop on TV, they will also add the extra 10% on top. So you will make more money than you could make through any other online gold purchaser because of that. Here are some more examples of things that you might want to send in and what you might get for them.
You've got the odd earrings and rings. Stones missing. Perfect. Send it in. Back of a watch. Something like that.
Could we move that?
Can I just
very
grab that out of your
gun.
way?
We'll talk you through that in a moment.
You've obviously got white gold, yellow gold. There is no difference. It's just the colour. So the gold content would still be either 9, 14, 18. That's still the same. So the colour makes no odds. I mean, for example, this little box here. What do you think that may well be worth? I mean,
it's a little treasure trove there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's really tricky, isn't it?
Because I don't think a lot of people realise how valuable gold is.
No.
And that constant, well, it's been constant, the way it's gone up and up and up, hasn't it? And we'll show you examples of that as we go through. So you want us to guess?
I want you to guess.
The value of this box.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to go £300. Higher or lower, Hayley? Higher or lower for the game?
Oh, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, have I got to pick a number?
Yeah.
I thought I could just go higher and win. I'm gonna go 425.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's very precise.
300, 425.
Okay, so
Have we got a
grab
reveal?
a little
big
reveal there.
in here.
You ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Can't turn it around.
Sorry.
Can't get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Approximately £750 worth.
But do you know the best thing is if we sent that to you via Shop on TV, doing your order, getting your free pack, that would be more than 750.
This would give you 10%
10%
more.
extra.
Yes,
Another,
they've got
another £75.
another £75 on top.
So it'd go from 750 to 825. That's our exclusive deal. Remember, you're going to get an extra 10% on the valuation of whatever you send.
And remember, you're ordering on our website, or you can order on our phones like normal. You need to pop it in the website into your basket, check your basket out as if you were ordering something. But it's completely free
pack,
of charge.
Free postage, free valuation, and free returns if you don't accept the valuation.
That's fantastic.
Where should we go? Where should we go?
Okay, so we've got some around the front here. So there's just, just a little single gold ring sat there in the drawer doing nothing.
Okay.
What do we think?
I'm thinking £100.
Oh gosh.
I should pick it
It's
up.
quite thick, isn't it?
Now I'm thinking more than £100.
Yeah. I'm going to go, I don't know,
Should probably smell it.
200.
Smell it?
No.
Is that a thing?
Shall I try it on? 200.
Okay, I said 100.
Okay, you ready?
Changed my mind.
No way.
£500?
For one item?
For one item, yeah.
And is that because of the weight?
And because
of
of the grade.
Yeah.
Right.
Quality.
That is a higher grade of gold. So the purity of gold within it is higher. That's 22 carat gold.
Wow.
Now, quite often, sort of your grandparents, they would often have 22 carat.
Gosh, £500.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll just look after
Oh
that.
no, you that one.
Okay.
Wow. And
Okay.
one more thing, what else?
Okay, so then we've got this one. Now, this is unhallmarked.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
So people might think,
well, should I send it? You know, how do I know what it is?
Yes.
So obviously we test it. We have the magical little gun that
gun
we
you
have
showed us.
moved casually off the table. So we would use that to test this. If anything comes in unhallmarked, okay, so it's like an X-ray, and it will determine what the contents of the gold is within the item. So that's a high grade of gold. It's just a few items, isn't it?
okay, I'm
So,
going to go.
I mean, it's really pretty, but I would probably look at that and think probably it wasn't real gold. So you just don't know, do you?
Exactly.
So, price wise, don't, how much?
I didn't guess.
Because I would think that wasn't proper gold. Oh my word, there's another
It kept
zero.
coming, look.
Wow.
2,500. So you could be so pleasantly
And then you get an extra 10%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that £250 extra?
Yes.
It
Oh
is.
my word.
And that's the reaction we get from our customers
I
when we call them
bet.
back.
How lovely.
And
We've got
it's
it.
like the conversations we have are incredible.
I bet it's really
with the
satisfying.
gratitude and the
The
excitement, because it's the thought of what we can now do with that cash. It's recycled that precious metal.
Yeah.
And what can we do now?
Well, you can recycle your precious metal, and what you can do now is you can make some blooming money. You know, look, hey, we've just had the festive season for many people, and that can be quite spendy. So if you're looking to reclaim some of the cash that you've spent over the last 2 or 3 months or so, then getting rid of unwanted gold is the way to do it. And again, the great thing about this service is that if you went, let's say, it would have to be, you know, presumably for insurance purposes, you'd go to a jeweller to get stuff appraised. But you'd pay for that service. But this, everything's being appraised for free. And sometimes they look for hallmarks, and if it doesn't have a hallmark, they have the special. This is literally a portable X-ray machine with an LCD screen calibrated to read the purity of precious metals. Isn't that cool? This is an old one, so they left it with us. They don't use this one now. They use the fancy new yellow one you've seen in the videos. Very, very expensive bit of kit. But the first thing they always look for is a hallmark.
There'll be things that you think are worthless, but actually are worth more than you ever realised, which is really
I
exciting.
mean, there could be things like this that you wore and wore and wore, and then
it's not
it's not
fashionable
fashionable
anymore.
anymore.
Keeper
is it?
rings.
Yeah.
Very fashionable back in the sort
What are they called, these?
Keeper rings.
Keeper ring.
Yeah.
Keep a ring.
Like a lot of us got onyx rings. I remember getting an
Yes.
onyx ring for my
Yes.
18th.
Me too.
I remember the
buckles.
stone falling out, and then that had value, and it was lovely from when I was 18.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
not-
wear it anymore.
Yeah.
And so that went in the package for me.
I mean, there's so many things that has value that.
And has
could
that
just
got a
be sat there,
hallmark?
couldn't it?
Or has that not got a
Oh, have we got to
hallmark?
look for it
Go and
now?
have a look for it.
Sam's
Come
going to
on,
say have a look
let's
for
have a
it.
look.
Right, I'm going to move this out and have a look.
Has it got a
Let's have a
hallmark?
look.
Because again, I'd look at that and think, oh, is it real gold? Because it's got that look to it.
Yeah.
that's-
So I would
Is it or
flip
isn't it?
it and look at the bottom.
It'll be-
Oh,
where
oh,
it'll be
underneath.
under there.
That's a yeah.
Can you see it? Oh, you look really intelligent.
Do I?
I think we've got a position.
Is
for
there
you.
a job for me?
I think so. Yeah.
There would be if I could
Can't
find
see
anything.
A thing, but you look really
I mean, you
Oh.
look very dapper. So
There you go.
So there is, but can you read it?
I can't see anything.
Or is there not one?
I can't find it.
No?
No, I'm useless. You don't want to
That
give
might
me
be
a
the
job.
chocolate one, Sean.
If there wasn't, you'd still be able to discover what that gold was.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So we have an X-ray gun, a big old yellow gun that's very expensive, but it does the job. So it's like going to the hospital and having an X-ray at the hospital. They can look at your bones. I can look at the content of the metal within the item.
Oh, wow.
Come on, you can do this.
Is it there?
I don't know.
I don't. Let me see.
You have a look. Oh, we're not very good
Let me
at
just give
this.
you an easy one.
Yes. With a really big hallmark on.
I don't. Is there one?
So here, just on the inside of this bangle.
Look, just completely pointed it out.
I know.
Really big font.
I couldn't make it any simpler for you,
I don't
frankly.
think there is one in there.
I hope there's not.
Shall I have a look?
You have a look. I bet you can
Have a look
find
in
it.
that one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Can you see it?
This is a skill, Sam.
Absolutely.
You have a real skill.
And
She
good
does.
eyes.
She has great skill.
Well, clearly my eyes are not that good because I couldn't see the graph.
You're close up, but not a long way away. Again, you might be at home thinking, is it? Put it in the envelope.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You don't need to know because
Look,
oh,
look what Sam's doing.
what's she doing? She's getting closer.
Sam does it. She's really close. Really close.
Trying to make it look professional.
Close.
I think it might be right. I think
There
it
isn't
might not be.
one.
I think it
I've
could have been
chosen a
resized.
one piece.
I think you've done really well. Yes. And this
knew
one, I mean, you don't need a loop. You can see that.
Yes.
Well, I think this says, does it say 9 carat? This says 9 carat, I think. Would it say that?
It is 9 carat.
Hey, the
You win
winner.
it. You win.
You get an envelope.
By the end of this, you're going to have all of it hallmarked. You're going to know what they all are.
I'm seeing double now. I've had my eyes closed. I've been doing this, but
That is a real skill, Sam.
It is.
That's a learned skill, though, isn't it? Because you've been there for
over 15 years, yes.
And you started, just reiterate how you started.
So I started there working, phoning the customers to give them their offers.
Oh, thank you.
So that's what I started doing.
Right.
And then I started to get curious. You know, I want to go and have a look.
It is something, though, you would naturally,
You're
I think,
drawn
get
to it
really
like a magpie.
interested in.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you do the valuation.
I do. So the majority of the items that you send in to us will cross my table and I will value it for you.
So that's what happens if they can find a hallmark. But remember, not all jewellery does have hallmarks. So then what? How do they discover the purity of the gold or the silver or the platinum or the palladium under those circumstances? Let's find out.
So what we would use is the Thermo Scientific.
Gosh.
And it's quite weighty. I don't know if you want
Let me
to...
put that back. Oh, it is weighty.
Yeah.
So you're pointing at the
Oh,
piece of the
gosh.
jewellery.
Yeah. So basically we will hold the piece of jewellery across the end of it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, and then we hold it. So it's almost like, imagine going for an X-ray at the hospital.
Ah, right. And then it
The X-ray
tells
allows you to go through and see the bones.
Inside.
This then basically tells us what the metal content is
Oh,
in there
wow.
and what sort of percentages.
Very, very
Wow.
accurate.
Wow.
This feels very expensive.
It is very expensive.
So I'm going to
yes.
pass that
Don't
back.
drop
Okay. I'll pass
So
it to
even if
Steve.
it's not hallmarked, you sort of know, well, I'm sure it is gold, but I can't find it. Or if you look at hallmark and you're like me, all seems to just blur into one, and you're like, I'm not sure if those numbers mean anything. Send it into you and you
Absolutely.
can always discover what
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, and if you've got a mixture of stuff, chuck it all in the bag. Some people will put it into individual bags or things like that. It's our job. You know, you just want ease. So put it into one of these packs, send it in to us, we'll deal with it from our end.
So it doesn't matter how many items you put in, as
not
long
all
as you
you
fit
can
into
send.
there.
You could send a single earring in if that's all you've got and you want to give it a go. If you've got other items, then just pop it all into us.
I
Yeah.
find it really exciting when a customer sends in a pack and they put in a little envelope no value things that they think it's no value.
And it is.
Yes.
And I've observed Sam with her special gun and it comes up as gold, 18 carat.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's an extra £400 in the offer.
Yeah.
And I just find that really exciting
Oh,
for the
that's-
customer
that'd
be
that they
great.
didn't expect to get that offer.
I bet that's often the way. I think sometimes
Absolutely.
you look at something and think it is,
So
yeah,
we
that's
do
worth
the
a
work
fortune.
for them. We
Yeah.
make it as
And
easy as
yeah.
possible.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the thing is that you just don't always know what you've got lying around. You know, some people, they like to go to jumble sales and what have you and find little hidden treasures. And maybe you will find some hidden treasures and maybe you will be able to yield some money from that. Maybe if you have a collective of friends and you want to raise money for charity, you could pull together unwanted items, send them all in, get them evaluated and you know, when you accept the offer, that money could go to a charitable cause if you want to do your bit. If you've got jewellery or items from somebody who's passed away and the actual precious metals are not really sort of doing very much, sell them and maybe, you know, get a commemorative something or another for that person. I mean, you know, lots of ideas and ways that you can use the money. But do stay tuned. ITV and STV coming up next. I'll be right back after this. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a hugely warm, wonderful, wide welcome to you from me, Rob Locke with an E. You've tuned in to Shop on TV. I'm Rob Locke with an E. It's just thee and me. And that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can probably see behind me that this show is all about post gold for cash. Literally, you post your gold and you get cash. If you want to make more money than I believe it's possible to make from selling precious metals, gold or otherwise, and I'm going to get into that, then this is the service to use. The reason I believe that, the reason I say it, is because post gold for cash will match any offer you get from any other online gold buying service. However, when you order your free gold selling pack, which I'm going to get to all of that in a minute as well, through Shop on TV, you exclusively get 10% extra on top of your valuation. So if you want to shop around and get valuations from other companies, you can, but then once you've got whatever the highest one is, you make sure you send that to Post Gold for Cash through Shop on TV, and they will not only match the valuation as long as you can prove the valuation. Very simple to do, and there are instructions on how to do that, or they can give you instructions on how to do that. Then you'll also get the extra 10%. There's absolutely no obligation whatsoever to sell your items. However, the gold selling pack is absolutely free. So I'm going to talk you through this whole process. You get the extra 10% on top of your valuation, as I mentioned, and you get included into not one, not two, but 3 free prize draws. So there's an ITV1 STV live show special, and you could win £500. You can also, you'll be entered into another draw where you could win £500 worth of credit to spend on Shop on TV, and you'll be entered into Post Gold for Cash's regular £500 prize draw as well. Now, you can almost ignore the dates on there. They do all these competitions run every 4 months. So there is a closing date, and somebody is drawn on that closing date, but then another set of 3 draws starts immediately afterwards. So if you miss April 30th, don't worry, you'll just go into the next draw. Or if you miss the 4 months after that, you'll go into the one after that, and so on and so forth. So here's the process. Just keep in your mind as I explain it to you, and I'll try and do it as succinctly as I possibly can, that by doing this through Shop on TV, number one, there is no obligation to sell whatsoever. Number two, the entire process is absolutely free, with a little asterisk under 4 scenarios that I'll explain to you, but with very good reasons. And number 3, that whatever offer you get, you will get 10% on top. I want you to understand that this is not guesswork. They have professional evaluators. In fact, one of them, Sam, you're going to meet. We've got some videos from previous shows of Post Gold for Cash, and you're going to see Sam in action. I believe she's even watching us now. Hey, Sam, how are you doing? And essentially, if you've got any questions also, there are no dumb questions. There are no questions too big. There are no questions too small. I have my trusty iPad here. If you want to ask anything or everything, I believe I'm pretty much, you could ask me anything about Post Gold for Cash at this point, and I would be able to answer it intelligently. And if I can't, then I know a person who can. So you can email me directly in the studio, well, it goes through the producer, but studio@shopontv.co.uk. That's studio@shopontv.co.uk. You can also go to our website, and if you go to our show page, we'll show you in a moment, there is a web message box as well. In fact, we'll do, okay, let's start the journey. Number 1, here we go, numero uno, keeping those 3 things, that's 4 things, Rob, those 3 things in mind that I just talked about. When you go to shopontv.co.uk, there's the website. Right, Fraser, bear with me, I'm going to direct you if I may. There are 3 ways you can get to the Post Gold for Cash page. Number 1 is, I don't know if you can see it, but if you look very closely, there's a blooming great banner. In fact, they're all over our homepage. They're gold, and they say Post Gold for Cash and free gold selling pack, right? So you can click on any one of those, except the one recently on air. We're going to cover that in a moment. So we'll click on that one there. That is going to take you to the landing page specifically for Post Gold for Cash. This is a joint venture, a partnership with Post Gold for Cash. We've selected them as our preferred partners for you. So all the information you need to know is on that page. There is no small print, unless you can think it's all small. But all the answers are there. Everything I'm going to tell you is there. So if you want to read it at your leisure, you can. So now you can go directly to that page if you want, shopontv.co.uk/gold. Or you can go to our homepage and click on any one of the Post Gold for Cash banners, right? When you click Order My Free Gold Selling Pack, any one of those buttons, it will take you to this page. This is a product page. We've added the Free Gold Selling Pack as a product, just as if it was an iron or a vacuum cleaner or a widget or a flange. The difference is that this has free P&P and it costs £0 and 0 pence, and you will not be asked for any payment information at all. Now, from here, there are two things you can do. You can do it the long way or you can do it the quick way. You can either add it to your basket, and then you go up to the top of the page, you click on your basket, and there it is, and then you click check out securely. So that's two additional steps. You can eliminate those. We're going to take it out of the basket for now. If you go back, you can scroll down. There's actually there recently on there, there's a link, a shortcut to the product page. So if you click on that, Fraser, scroll down. When you get to the product page, just click Buy Now. And that's going to take you directly to the checkout. You can either sign in if you have an account with Shop on TV already, even though you will not be using any of your credit or debit card information that you've stored. If you want to set up an account for free, literally no subscriptions or recurring payments of any kind whatsoever, but what it gives you is an address book where you can obviously have things sent to you, but also to other people around the country or the union, the nation. And also you can securely store your credit and debit card information for easy checkout next time. Or if you want to, you can check out as a guest. So if you check out as a guest, can I just quickly show you the checkout as a guest part though? Sorry, I needed to hurry up because, so here we go. When you check out or continue as a guest, all you do is put in some basic information. We will not store any of your information, but it will be transmitted to Post Gold for Cash. So obviously they can send you out the free gold selling pack. Now, here's the thing that you need to know. Two things you need to know. Number one, this is for your peace of mind. Shop on TV, and this applies to any item you buy from our show, any night, because we're here every single night, live, most nights. We're live most nights. We're here every single night, unless ITV are doing the Super Bowl or the Oscars or something. We never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, sell or share your information with any third party, ever. Your information is stored on our secure systems, our secure servers, and it goes nowhere. The same is true with Post Gold for Cash. Now, all that's going to happen is securely, over bank-grade encryption, from what I'm told, your details are going to be transmitted from us to Post Gold for Cash. So it's now Sunday morning. First thing, Monday morning, when the folks at Post Gold for Cash get in, they're going to check all of the orders for free gold selling packs that you have placed now, and between now and Monday morning. And they are going to then send out those free gold selling packs. It's important that you should know this as well. You will only be able to order one gold selling pack. You're going to get a letter. I'll run through these in a minute. You'll get a form, you'll get a bubble mailer for your items, and you will also get a special delivery envelope guaranteeing delivery by 1 p.m. the next day. Now, if you think that you're not going to get everything into that, you can't order more packs from us. Don't even try. The reason being that if you let's say if we gave you the opportunity to order 5 packs, they'd all be separate orders. So you would have a separate unique customer reference number, because every time you place an order, you get a unique reference number, which is actually stuck to the label on the front of the envelope when it arrives at your home or wherever you're having it delivered to. So then that would be 5 orders, 5 unique reference numbers. You'd send your items back. They would be processed as 5 completely separate transactions. You'd get 5 offers and then 5 deposits. So if you think you've got too much stuff to fit into your bubble mailer, on the welcome letter is Post Gold for Cash's phone number. It's right here. In fact, I'm going to ask and see if we can zoom into it, because my eyes are not good enough to read it. 01202 844 198. That's 01202 844 198. Order your pack now, and if you've got any questions, you can call them Monday morning while this is in the mail, and you can ask them. There are no silly questions, no question too big, no question too small. They want you to be happy. There's also some other good information on here. So you'll receive this by placing your order now. All things being equal, you will receive your pack first thing Tuesday morning, whenever your mail arrives. You'll get the letter. you will get a form which will mostly be pre-populated because your order details will have your name and your address and your phone number and your email address, so that will all be pre-populated. All you need to do is tell them how many items you're sending, sign and date. Now that there, if you want to, you can even put your bank information on the form. It is secure. If you use a sort code and a bank account number, as long as it's a UK bank account, has to be a UK bank account, no one can take money out of your account. They can only put money into your account. So it's actually completely, it's not like credit card information, it's completely safe to put your sort code and bank account number. Now, if you're extra cautious and you don't want to do that, that's fine. Because once, and by the way, this form goes into the envelope with, forget about the letter, you don't have to send that back, but with your item and your form, they all go into the envelope. If you do forget to put your form into the envelope, it's not a problem. Because like I said, when you place your order, you're going to get a unique reference number. There will be a sticker. You'll have a white sticker on yours here. That's got your reference on it. So even if you forget your form, they still have your phone number and your email address. They can contact you, and they will. So all is not lost. What you then need to do, once you've put your items into your bag, you need to take that to the post office. Please don't put it in a mailbox. If you put it in a mailbox, it might get there eventually, but there won't be any proof of postage. Your insurance will not have been activated. It's insured, Rob. Oh, yes, it is. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And also, if anything happens to it, there's no paper trail, so you wouldn't be able to make any claim for your items if they were lost or damaged. So you have to take it to the post office. When you take it to the post office with your mailer that has got your items and your form inside, the first thing they're going to do is weigh it. And by the way, when this arrives at Post Gold for Cash, and they usually arrive by, it's guaranteed by 1 p.m. They usually arrive about sort of 8, 9 in the morning at Post Gold for Cash's premises, and they're not left outside if no one's in. They have to go into the building and be signed for. So again, always security conscious right from the start. They're going to weigh it too to make sure that the weight they've got is the same as the weight that the post office registered when you took it to the post office, just for, again, checks and balances, right, to make sure everything's fine. Number 2, they're going to scan the barcode at the post office and they're going to give you a receipt. That receipt is your proof of posting. It's also your tracking information, so if you want to, you can check online and find out, just make absolutely sure that your package has arrived. And they guarantee with these envelopes, 99% of the time, it is next day delivery by 1 p.m. If there's an act of God, if there's a storm, if there's an earthquake or who knows what might happen, it might arrive a little later, or postal strikes, that kind of thing. But otherwise, end-to-end tracking, next working day delivery, it's all completely secure. Again, as I was just saying, no safe place deliveries. A signature is always required, and you get full insurance protection. And I'm going to cover the insurance now because it's a big question a lot of people ask about. Your items are insured by Royal Mail, directly by Royal Mail. This envelope, when you buy it, or when you buy it, it's free. When you get it, but actually you can buy these if you're sending stuff. You can buy these. You pay a fixed fee for these. It's about £9, I think, and they include £750 worth of insurance. You don't have to buy it though. For this, it's absolutely free. It's paid for you. So your items are already insured by Royal Mail for £750. If you think your items are worth more than £750, the Royal Mail will allow you to upgrade. Now, if you do that, there are 2 levels, 2 tiers. Either you can go up to 1,000 or the maximum of 2,500. Now, you have to pay £3 to upgrade to the post office, not to us, not to Post Gold for Cash, to the post office for the £1,000 level. And you pay £10 for the £2,500 level. However, once your gold has been valued by Post Gold for Cash, when you accept the offer, they will refund the £3 or the £10, whichever one you have spent. So it's still free. Now, that also means that if you want to just be cautious and just insure it for the maximum, yeah, it'll cost you a tenner at the post office, but when you accept the offer, you get that money back. If you think your items are worth more than £2,500, then please send them in separate Royal Mail special delivery envelopes. And remember, to do that, you need to call Post Gold for Cash and give them your details and ask for more envelopes, okay? Otherwise, you can't order multiples from us, or otherwise it will essentially, as like I've just been explaining, process it as different orders, different valuations, etc., etc. So if you need more, either because you've got a lot of items or because you think that they're worth more than £2,500, call Postgold for cash, ask them for extra mailers. They'll send them to you for free, won't cost you a penny, and you just separate your items and send them in those separate special delivery envelopes, okay? Now, there is a caveat. If you send your items to Postgold for cash and they're not worth anything, and so they cannot make you an offer, two things can happen, but you've paid for the added insurance. Two things can happen. Number one, you can ask for those items back, and that's fine. And as long as there is at least one precious item in your pack, they will send everything back to you for free. And if you paid £3 for extra insurance, they'll pay £3 and insure it for the same level and send it back to you that way. If you've paid £10, they'll insure it for £10 and send it back to you with that level of insurance. They'll always match whatever level of insurance you sent the items to them. And the same applies, by the way, if you don't accept the offer. Now, if they receive your order, or not your order, your items, your pack, and it's worth absolutely nothing, they can send them back to you. All they ask is that you pay the fixed fee for one of these, which I believe is about £9. Right? And they will then send those, and you can do that by bank transfer. They'll tell you how, and they'll send your items back. If, however, you realise that your items aren't worth anything and you don't want them, they will actually dispose of them for free. So, essentially, the whole process is completely free unless you upgrade the insurance, but if you accept the offer, they refund that, so it's still free. And the only time you would ever be slightly out of pocket is if you decide your items weren't worth anything and you wanted them back. Or if you didn't accept the offer and then you wanted them. Well, if you don't accept the offer, they'll send them back to you for free, but they'll match the insurance you've paid. That's it. So, I mean, that literally is it. It's totally transparent. Now, let's talk a bit about what you can send, and also let's talk a bit about how they value your items, okay? So, number one, first of all, here's what not to send. It's a pretty straightforward rule. If it's fashion jewellery, costume jewellery, plated jewellery of any kind, it is worthless, because yes, there might be some gold that's been licked on by a pixie on the outside, but it's such a minute number of microns thick that it's worth nothing. So copper or cupronickel coins, no foreign currency please, fashion watches, costume, rolled gold, gold-plated, metal core, pinchbeck, silver-plated jewellery, electro-plated nickel, silver tableware or cutlery is a no-no, pewter and crystal. However, if you have actually got real silver tableware, that you can send. And so this spoon, for example, what you'll notice on the back, you see there's a little hallmark. Now, I can't read that from this distance, but if it's got the side profile of a lion on it, none of this is precious here, obviously, because they wouldn't trust me. I might leave the studio with it on my way home. But if there is a side profile of a lion, so in other words, you know the England emblem is 3 lions. There's just one line. That means it's actually silver. So you might very well have a set of cutlery that is actually solid silver, or sterling silver. That is worth something. You can send that back. But you're like, Rob, I'm never going to get that in that bag. No, of course you're not. But do you know what's so great about this, and what is so great about the King's Mail service? This guarantees that whatever's in it, or whatever it's attached to, will get to wherever it is destined to go. So you can sellotape this to a box. It actually doesn't matter how big the box is or how heavy the box is. Obviously, if you can't get it to the post office, I mean, you could technically stick it on the side of a shipping container, but you can't get it to the post office, can you? But so, in other words, you can put, if you've got like silver platters or jugs or bowls or things like that, you can literally put them in a box, make sure they're well protected and well sealed in the box, sellotape this barcode side up to the box, take that to the post office, and it will still get there by 1 p.m. the next day. So you don't have to pay for extra, like if you've got large items, you don't have to pay any extra at all. Here's the thing that's really important. If the penny is starting to drop, you have to check out your basket, because even though this is absolutely free, we've created this as a product with an item number. So at any time, you can keep a note of this item number somewhere. And it also means you can order your free gold selling pack on the phone as well. You don't have to do it online. You can do it by calling our call centre 24 hours a day, 033 332 41241. And remember, when you do it through Shop on TV and only through Shop on TV, you will get an extra 10% on top. Now, here's the other important thing. The way that, first of all, the things they do accept, anything gold, as long as it's actual gold. It doesn't matter what the purity is. I'll talk about purity in a moment. That's an important question. Not necessarily people don't necessarily understand what that's all about. So I will explain it clearly shortly. As long as it is actual precious metal, and it doesn't just have to be gold. It can be silver, as long as it's real silver. It can be platinum, as long as it's real platinum. It can be palladium, if it's real palladium, and palladium is from the platinum family. Also, if it's, just so you know, if you've got anything with gemstones in it, they are not of any value to Post Gold for Cash and will not be included in your valuation. Any gemstone, unless and only if it is a diamond, a real diamond, and they can obviously check and tell if it is real, and it has to be a minimum of 1/4 of a carat or larger. So if it's got lots of little diamonds, then that's not of any value to them. So if you've got, you know, rubies or sapphires or emeralds or opals or whatever it may be in your jewellery that you may think is of value, then if you can do it yourself, pop them out. Or if you can't, you could always take it to a jeweller and have them do it for you. All they want is the metals, and all they want is diamonds above 1/4 of a carat. So I've got a couple of questions actually. So what I'll come to these in one second. The other thing I was going to say is, how do they value your jewellery? You know, is it just somebody who goes, oh, I think it's worth about this today? You know, yes, that's definitely £500. No, it's absolutely empirical. It has to be. So it's based on the mid-market rate. So gold is valued on in the market, the gold market, twice a day. One in the morning, one in the afternoon. So they take the average, they add them up, divide by 2. That's the mid-market rate. All your gold is based on whatever the mid-market rate is that day. Actually, I don't know if it's in the morning or afternoon. It might be 2 different stock exchanges. Who knows? But it's valued twice a day, and they take the average, right? It's possibly like the opening of the London and the opening of the New York. Do you know what? I'll look into that for next time, because I didn't even think that's just occurred to me. But all you need to know is, it's the same with currency. There's a mid-market rate for currency as well. I do a lot of currency exchange because I live between here and America. I don't know if I mentioned that. So the point is that whatever that is on that day, and markets go up and they go down, but gold's high at the moment. It's been trending up for decades. So gold you bought 10 years ago will be worth a lot more today than it was worth then. I mean, I used to have jewellery that I bought in the 90s. Gosh, I wish I still had that today. Bought for 150 for a bracelet, 250 I think was for a necklace. They'd be worth over £1,000, well over £1,000 now. So we can show you a graph. This is actually from the 9th of January. But this is an example. This is just 1 year. Look at how gold has gone up in 1 year. If you looked at records or a graph from when they started recording it, which was literally decades ago, I don't know how long ago, could be as much as a century or close to. The line goes up. It may fluctuate as markets do, but it always goes up. So you're very specifically, on the day your gold drops on Post Gold for Cash's desks, and Sam opens it up, you're going to meet Sam in a minute, she will use the mid-market rate, and then they have a very specific percentage that they deduct as their fee for the services they are providing. So but by doing this exclusively through Shop on TV, you get an extra 10% on top, because they guarantee to match any valuation you get from any online scrap gold buying company, as long as you can provide proof of their valuation, they will match it. But then if you use the Post Gold for Cash selling pack you've got through us, you can get, if you want, you can go shop around, get the highest valuation you like, right? And then send it through us, and not only will they match that, but they will give you 10% extra on top. If you sent 2 identical items, one directly to Post Gold through postgoldforcash.com and one through Shop on TV, and let's say they were valued at £1,000, you would get the same valuation if they were identical items on the same day for exactly the same items, but through the 2 different services. The difference is Post Gold for Cash one, that's all you'd get. shop on TV1, you get that plus the extra 10%. And if you do extra insurance, accept the offer and they refund it, that's on top as well. It's not buried somewhere into the, you know, the valuation. No, it's all kept completely separate and honest and open and transparent. This is a company with absolute integrity. So I hope that makes sense. So make sure you do check out your basket. You have to do that. You have to check out as a product, just like you were buying a steam iron or Blue Magic or, you know, some other cleaning product or a WYSIWYG or whatever it happened to be. You have to check out. It will cost you £0 and 0 pence, and there is 0 postage and packing, and we won't even ask for any credit or debit card information or payment information of any kind, but you do still have to check out so that it transmits your information securely to Post Gold for Cash so they can send you your free gold selling pack. Makes sense? So check out. And these never expire, by the way. So there was a customer, the last time I did a show with Sam, she's probably still watching, hi Sam, they had a customer that sent their pack back 10 years later. So the packs never expire, the Royal Mail delivery envelopes, they never expire, and also nor does the extra 10% through Shop on TV. So do it at your leisure. It depends how quickly you want the cash. But maybe you get your pack and you've noticed the gold's dipped a little bit and you want to wait for it to go back up. You know, you want to sell the highs, right? That's fine. Do whatever you like. Send it back whenever it's convenient for you. And only as soon as you want the money, and it will be cash in your account the same day you receive the valuation. You order now. It's Sunday morning. First thing Monday morning, your free gold selling pack will be sent to you. 99.9% of the time it will arrive the next day. It's sent out first class. So you'll receive it Tuesday morning. Make sure you've got all your items ready to go. Fill them up. Take them to the post office before the close of business on Tuesday. Wednesday, by about midday, you will, maybe sort of just after lunchtime, you'll get a call, probably from Sam, who you're going to see in a minute, with your offer. If you accept that offer, it will be deposited into your account right there and then, before the end of the day. If you want, you can ask for a cheque. Now, it'll take a day to get the cheque, but you can get a cheque if you want it. If you want actual cash, actual pound notes, they can even do that. All they ask is that you pay for a special delivery, secure envelope, to make sure that obviously if they're sending cash through the mail, they want to make sure it's insured and it's secure, right? And they just ask for you to pay for that. I think it's about £9. And if I'm wrong, Sam, send me an email and I'll correct myself. So it's all fair, it's all square, it's all above board, it's all legit. And they've been around since 2009, this company. In fact, you know what? Let me just quickly do these emails and then we'll let Sam and Steve from Post Gold for Cash, we've got some videos from a previous show, we'll let them explain who they are, all right? Rather than it coming from my gob. So, Zara says, hi, Robalob. I like that. Hi, Zara. How are you? I love the name Zara. That's one of my favourite names, you know. I always imagined my soulmate would be called Zara. Just saying. That's not a proposition. I'm assuring you of that. Long time no see, so it's true. I don't know why. I just always used to think when I was a kid that my soulmate would be called Zara. So good to see you and your amazing products. Well, thank you very much, Zara. Hope I haven't embarrassed you. Shanice says, hey, Rob, this isn't a dumb question. There are no dumb questions. But do you take any type of gold? Yes, as long as it is not gold plated. So here's the thing, purity of gold. Let me cover this before. I want to get all the sort of facts and figures out of the way so you can get on with your life. It's early in the morning after all. So we'll show the video in a moment. Gold, 24 karat gold is 99.9% pure. They never call it 100% because they always account for any slight impurities. But 24 karat gold is 99.9% gold, right? So if you buy, let's say, a Britannia, then it's 99, it'll say 99.9 on it. If you buy 9 karat gold, that is not pure gold. It's got pure gold in it. It's an alloy, so it's got 37.5%. 375 is the hallmark. 37.5% of it is pure 24 karat gold, but the rest of it's just alloys. If you buy 14 karat gold, 57.5% is pure gold, and the rest is alloys. If you buy 18 karat gold, it's 75% pure gold, right? This is why 14 carats more expensive than 9 and 18's more expensive than 14. And if you get 22 carat, then I believe it's, Sam, correct me if I'm wrong, 91.6% pure gold, right? So it doesn't matter what the purity is as long as it is a precious metal. And if it's silver, if it's sterling silver, it'll be 925. If it's, I don't know, but actually I have to put my hand up and say I don't know what it would be if it was platinum, or what the levels of platinum are. But they're all, as long as there's pure platinum, pure silver, pure gold, or pure palladium in the piece and not just plated on top. Yes, so you can, in answer to your question, very long-winded, I know, Shanice, sorry, you can send any purity of gold as long as it is a solid gold piece, if that makes sense. So apparently you have a 9-carat gold dummy that you've been tempted to sell as you've grown out of it. Funny. Is that something you would take? They'll take anything. If it's gold, they'll take it. As long as it's real gold, they will take it. Actually, a lot of people send in gold teeth. There's even somebody sent in a gold tooth that was still attached to the denture, to the sort of the whatever that bit's called that goes in them. I suppose it is the dentures, right? Alan says. Oh, Alan, how funny you should say that, or you should write this. So he's got a solid gold tooth. I think I now look very silly with it. Would you buy it? Yeah, they do. But pop it out first. Well, obviously, you can't send your whole mouth along. But yeah, they do take teeth, absolutely. If it's gold, it doesn't matter where it came from. They will take it. And I'm being serious. They get a lot of gold teeth, actually, an awful lot. Then Tony says, can you tell me what you're paying per gram? No, because I don't know what the mid-market... Well, I don't know what the mid-market rate is today, but it is based on the mid-market rate every day. So whatever day your jewellery arrives, or it doesn't have to be jewellery, when your precious metal items arrive, whatever the mid-market rate is, that is what they will offer you, and then they deduct a specific percentage, and a very fair percentage, by the way, for their services rendered. But again, it's empirical. It's specific. It has to be. It's not guesswork, if that makes sense. So it depends on what the price per gram is on the day. Based on the markets. Hope that answers your questions for now. If you've got any more questions, please do send them in. Honestly, anything. If you're thinking about selling, maybe you've got some jewelry, you've got some earrings, you've lost one of them. Maybe it's broken. Maybe you've got a watch. The watch doesn't work anymore, but the case is gold, or the bracelet is gold. Maybe it's stuff that's out of fashion, like that old the Egyptian jewelry that was really big in the 90s. Maybe you don't wear that anymore. Maybe you've inherited, and not just gold, silver, platinum, palladium, any precious metals from loved ones who've passed on, and they're not things you would use or wear. But I mean, you could always sell them and then buy them something commemorative for that person, to remember them by, something that you would appreciate or treasure, in addition to the memory, of course. A park bench, a plaque, maybe you can pull together with friends and sell your stuff and give the money to charity if that's what you want to do. Maybe you just need some extra money because the cost of living and all of that. It's been expensive over Christmas and all of the celebrations that have been going on if you've been celebrating during the festive season. Maybe you've got things in a box, in a drawer, somewhere up in the loft, whatever, that could actually, if you could benefit from the money more than the item, now's the time to sell it, right? So anyway, okay. I'm going to take a breather so that you can hear from actually Sam and Steve. Sam she calls herself Sam Gold. She's Sam from the telly to a lot of her amazing Shop on TV customers, because this is the lady who will actually do most of the valuing and probably call you with your offer. And I'll tell you all about the information with regards to how you get the offer and what you do and blah, blah, blah in a moment. Steve's the new kid on the block. But they're going to tell you now from a previous show, a previous time, another dimension. Another part of reality that I wasn't privy to because it was with Shaylee. And here are Sam and Steve telling you who are, or answering who are, Post Gold for Cash.
The company was established in 2009. Obviously, just the concept of somebody came up with the idea of sending in your gold and getting cash. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And there was nothing like it then, was there, really?
No, not really. We are one of the longest that have been running.
And you've been there very much since the start?
I've been there 15 years. I appreciate I don't look old enough.
Started very young.
Very young, toddler. So yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. I started actually making the calls.
Okay.
So I would call the customer with the offer for the items that they've sent in. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I kind of started thinking, well, actually, I want to have a look at these things and I want to see a little bit more about that and learn about that.
Open the envelopes.
That's it. It is, absolutely. I had an auntie who had just the most magnificent jewellery box and you would sit there picking through it. So this is just absolutely awesome.
The same sort of thing.
So you've just grown with the company then, really?
Absolutely. And I thoroughly enjoy it, and there's something new every day that comes into it.
Oh, but it's so exciting when you get that package.
Very exciting. It's not so exciting when you get the teeth. We will take them. Send them in.
Still gold.
With the gold filling.
Yes,
Still
yes.
gold.
In the dental packet. We will take it. Please send it
Where
in.
there's gold, there's cash.
Well, we will go through what you can and can't send in. So not any old teeth.
No, a little bit of gold.
Gotta have the gold.
As long as they're washed.
Don't get grandma's false teeth and pop them in. They're going to have that
have the gold.
filling in. And Steve, tell us a bit about your story, because I love your story, how you've got involved in the company.
Okay, so I'm the new kid on the block. I've only been around with Post Gold for Cash for the last 10 months or so, and it's a fantastic team to be part of, and I really enjoy working with them. My role is to make calls, to support customers, to reassure, answer questions, and make sure people have got their packs, and if they've got any questions, to answer them.
Great.
And to just help people, nudge them along the way if that's what they want to do, because it's always the customer's choice as to what they're doing.
Lots of people
brilliant.
do mention just how friendly you are. You're a great sort of quite small team.
Small but mighty.
Yes.
And perfectly formed.
But make it really personal. I think that's really important.
I think
as
the
well.
other good thing is I mean, obviously we brought the new boy with us, but the whole team have been there for a considerable amount of time. Most of us all been
And
there.
between you, you've got so much knowledge in gold, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it just flows. It really flows and it really works. And we love talking to the customers and helping and the different stories as to why they're sending stuff in and things like that. I mean, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's happy and they're ecstatic with their offers and, you know, say I can get my car fixed, that sort of thing.
And customers are really grateful for that contact and that support and that connection, because then we can talk them through the process and just to reassure them. Because some customers have had the pack sitting on their side for a good few weeks and they're nervous to send the pack through. And sometimes people just send one piece to test, to see what it's like. And they get the reassurance and they get the offer so quickly and they get some incredible offers.
You think you might have heard of Post Gold for Cash. Who are they? Who are you?
That's with Steve and Sam.
And an amazing team.
Yes.
So Post Gold for Cash was established back in 2009, so we've been going for a really long time. It was an idea from Ash, and he needed to get on board with somebody who had this kind of knowledge, which he did.
So actually was the founder as such.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So between him and Ian, this is where we've sort of got to here.
And you were very much one of the first, weren't you, then?
Within a year I joined. I was only meant to do 14 hours a week, part-time.
Funny.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually joined by accident. A friend of mine went for the job interview.
Okay.
And they offered her a part-time job, but she wanted full-time. So she turned around and said, "You need my friend Sam."
How fabulous. That is
I
one
want
of those
part-time.
meant to be moments.
Yes,
isn't it?
absolutely. And do you know what? I love it.
And you've just fallen in love with it, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love with
Well,
it?
it's exciting, isn't it? Because you've gone from. So what did you do at first? On
So
the
at
phone?
first I was on the phone, so I'd be calling you, I'd be giving you your offer, chatting away with you, and that was it. And then I was like, oh, can I play with it? Can I come and have a go and do this? And yeah, so I sort of shadowed some of the other valuers at the time, and I just love it.
So you learned the process on the job to the point when
you've grown with the company,
I
really,
have,
haven't you?
I have,
Definitely.
absolutely. And they're such a super supportive company to work for.
Right.
Very small team.
Very small, yes.
So it's very personal. Lots of people say it's very personal. It's very friendly. It was all very smooth.
Yeah, it comes across, I think, when we're talking to people. I mean, anyone that orders a pack tonight, if you haven't sent it back in the next couple of weeks, this guy's going to call you.
Have an amazing conversation.
Lots of people will purposely now not send it back. So
I'd love to call them.
how's that?
just so they can chat to Steve.
Yes.
Now, Steve, tell us your story, how you got involved in.
So I got involved because I discovered this most amazing sport called pickleball.
Okay.
And Ash actually plays pickleball. And so I met him playing pickleball, and he talked about his business and said, would you like to get involved and do some mystery shopping?
How funny.
And then come along and do some calls. And I said, I'd love to have a go. Why not?
Yeah.
So I did some mystery shopping, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I found Post Gold for Cash to be so easy to do business with. I personally found them very trustworthy. I chose to sell my items, so I found the prices great. And then I started making some calls to
And then
them.
you started working.
And I thoroughly enjoyed having conversations with people, giving them choices, giving them options, talking them through processes, and reassuring. people, you know, because they're slightly nervous. Oh, I'm scared to take it to the post office. I'm not sure. I've had it for ages.
Well, you said when you sent yours in, you took photos of everything.
I did. I took photos on my phone, as I do with everything, receipts and stuff, because you can never have enough reassurance yourself.
Yeah.
So I had that evidence, and so when I sent it through, I had to remind myself what Tracy, when she called me with the offer, oh, which ones were value and which ones weren't. And I was shocked about the ones that had value, because I thought it was the other ones that had value. And then to be offered between £400 and £500, it was like, whoa. And for once in my life, I was sort of like able to receive some cash to spend on either the children or a spa day or upgrade their phone without having to borrow money.
Yes.
So for a change, I wasn't borrowing
Like a
it.
bonus.
I was
just sat
recycling
there,
some stuff that was sitting in the
Sat
bedside
there doing
cabinet.
nothing.
So, you know, we say about recycling all the time. We love a bit of recycling these days. I recycled it and I thought, why is it sitting there when I can do this? So my son thoroughly enjoyed his new iPhone.
So we were established back in 2009. So as companies go, we are one of the longest standing
Yeah,
ones.
you were very much one of the first, weren't you?
Yeah,
Thought of the
absolutely.
idea sort of first and then others sort of came along.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the things that makes us very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Obviously, the
The
longevity.
longevity,
of the company.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. The other thing to consider is, with regards to staff, other than Steve being our newbie, the rest of us have been there sort of 15 plus years.
More or less from the
So
beginning.
yeah, absolutely. So we work as a really good, smooth team. And the idea basically came from Ash, who then teamed up with Ian, who had the jewellery knowledge and this kind of thing. So they set it up, and here we are. Basically, we've come this far down the line, and it's such an easy service to use.
Yeah, really straightforward, really safe. You can see here over 270,000 customers have used the service already. Rated excellent, based over 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. Promised to match any price offered by other online buyers. Can you just
tell us
confirm how that works?
Okay, so what we would need from you is if you have had an offer price from somebody else.
someone else.
Yep. Which is fine. Shop around if you need to. You know, it's your own peace of mind, which is what we always say. We will match that if we can see that in writing. So you just need to provide it to us with the quotation, the date it was done, and obviously as long as the weights match, we will do that.
You'll match the price.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's so easy. It's so easy, and that's why you should choose Post Gold for cash. And you can actually have a little look at just how simple it is. It's fast, it's easy. The great thing is it's a no obligation service. So if you don't want to take that valuation they give, they will send your gold back completely free of charge. You've lost nothing, but you've learned how the money, whether you wanted it or not. Or you might be really surprised, which most people are when you read the 5-star review. I didn't think it'd be that much, and you do accept that money. So just send that gold in for free to be valued. If you're not happy with the offer, as it says, they'll return your gold items completely free of charge. So many people so happy with that offer. And the experienced gold valuers provide you with a free valuation to discover what your gold is worth.
And remember, folks, it could be gold, it could be silver, it could be platinum, it could be palladium. As long as it is a precious metal and not a plated metal, it's something that is plated with a precious metal, because that's not of any value. Now, I wanted to I promised you just before that little video, if you can remember back that far, I know I couldn't, I had to be reminded by my team. I wanted to let you know that because Post Gold for Cash, they are staffed by human beings, real live human beings who care about you and customer service and, old-fashioned stuff like that. So they will always accommodate you if they possibly can. So the standard process, you order your pack, you check out, you must check out. That will then be sent to you. You'll get it Tuesday morning. As long as you get your stuff to the post office by close of business on Tuesday, they will receive it the next morning, Wednesday morning, and you will have a phone call by early afternoon, probably from Sam, actually. So within 24 hours, but it's basically within 24 hours of sending your items off. And if you need to know to call them in the meantime, you can. Their phone number is on the letter that comes included. But bear in mind that on the day after you've sent your items through the post office, you will get a call from an 01202 number, right? 01202. And here's their number. They're completely and utterly transparent. If you want to call them while you're waiting for your pack to arrive and ask them any questions, 01202 844 198. 01202 844 198. If you're not sure what your items are worth before you send them, you can even email Sam if you want to. Sorry, you're over there. Sam@postgoldforcash.com. The Sam that was just then on the telly. You can email her directly, Sam@postgoldforcash, if you've got any questions. Some people even send a photo of their items. And if she could give you any pre-information, she will. So, but here's the thing, not everybody wants to receive a call. Not everybody is comfortable talking on the phone. So if, for any reason, because remember, when you get your pack, or if you've just tuned in, when you get your pack, you will also receive this very basic form. Most of the information will be filled out. But if you don't wish anyone to call you with your offer, you'd rather have it sent to you by email, just either write somewhere on the form or include a little slip or a post-it note. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Please will you email me my offer instead of calling me. Now, if you don't want to deal with it at all and you prefer, because, you know, some people of a certain generation, or my husband deals with that, or my wife deals with that, or my son deals with that, or my daughter deals with that, whatever. Just include a little note saying, I give permission for so-and-so to deal with the Postgold for Cash on my behalf, and then provide their contact information. So whatever within, sort of reasonable means, or whatever reasonable request you may ask, if they can do it, they will. So they'll either deal with somebody who is, or talk to somebody who is dealing on your behalf, or they will email you, or they will, they'll send a carrier pigeon if you ask them nice. They won't. If it's doable, they will do it, okay? So, by the way, I just want to remind you have to check out your baskets. It's not costing you anything. It's totally free, except for the, if you buy the extra insurance, and I'll cover all the insurance and everything again momentarily, you can upgrade the insurance. It will either cost you £3 or £10 at the post office for either £1,000 or £2,500 insurance upgrades. But as long as, if you accept the offer, Postgold for Cash, they will refund that anyway. So order now. You're going to go to shopontv.co.uk or go to the phones, on the phones if you want to, 03333241 and when you go there, you could just go, if you go to the live on air shop now, that's our regular page. You can go to the Postgold for Cash pages. There's loads of information there if you want to read up more or verify everything I've been saying. But if you go to our product page, so every night when you watch Shop on TV between midnight and 3 a.m, literally every single night all year round, except for certain occasional nights, so that's a product that you might find a vacuum cleaner there on some nights, or you might find a cleaning solution, or you might, who knows what you'll find, a treadmill. But today it is Postgold for Cash. You can see it's free P&P and £0.00. So you can add it to your basket, then go to your basket, then check out. But what I would do, because it's free, just click buy now. Right? That takes you straight to the checkout page. Sign in if you've got an account with Shop on TV already. Create an account for free if you want to store addresses and credit and debit card information for easier checkout next time. Or if you don't want to do any of that, just continue as a guest, fill out your information, and we don't save it. So it's completely and utterly anonymous. It's anonymous in the sense we don't save your information. Obviously, your information will be transmitted to Postgold for Cash, because if we don't do that, how can they send you a selling pack? But remember, we never ever share or sell your information, and they never ever share or sell your information. And by doing it through us rather than directly to Postgold for Cash, you will get an extra 10% on top of your valuation. So if your items were valued at £1,000, you'll get £1,100. You'll get £100 extra for free. Literally, absolutely no small print, no catch. It's absolutely as transparent as that. And remember, these offers don't expire, the packs don't expire, the mailers don't expire. Send them back when you're ready. Just to give you an idea, because you don't always know what you've got. You might have a whole bunch of stuff like this. Like, all this looks precious, doesn't it? One fell down. I can tell you it's not. This is all plated jewellery. This is just here as examples. But you don't necessarily know that. It may, if it's gold, it might have a hallmark, but a lot of gold doesn't. A lot of precious metals don't. If there's particularly certain foreign countries, they don't put hallmarks on their precious metal items. But you don't need to even think about that, because they're the professional valuers. They'll do the valuation for you, and it's free. You'd have to pay for that if you went to a jeweller. they'll do it for free. You get your pack for free, you mail it for free, they value it for free. And then if you accept the offer, you get the money in your account the same day. Unless you want a check, it will probably arrive the next day. And if you want cash, also possibly the next day. Cash, all they ask is that you pay for the special delivery envelope to return the cash to you. And that's it. And you can do that by bank transfer. So the only time you're going to spend money is if you do cash, if you do extra insurance, although that's refunded if you accept the offer. If you don't accept the offer, then you've still paid for that insurance, but they will match the insurance. They'll buy the same or upgrade to the same insurance when they send it back. So if you did £3, they'll do £3. You did £10, they'll do £10. And the only other time you would ever spend any money is if your items were worth nothing and you wanted them returned to you. And again, all they would ask is that you paid for the return envelope. That's it. There is no other fine print whatsoever. And remember, as long as there are other online scrap gold buying companies, but Post Gold for Cash will match any offer you get from them as long as you can provide evidence of whatever offer they've given you. But the thing is, to me, I was like, well, what's the benefit of that? Because then you're just getting the same price that they were going to give you anyway. But if you order your pack through Shop on TV and then they match the offer, but it's through Shop on TV, you'll get the extra 10%. Also, and here's how honest this company is, and I swear I mean this. I asked Sam about this last time. If you do get a valuation from another company and it's actually undervalued, and you send your items to Post Gold for Cash and they get them, they still value them, and they realise that actually your items are worth more than you were offered from someone else, they don't just shut up about it and just give you the lesser amount that you would have got from the other company. No. They will pay you the upgraded, the offer of what the actual value of what those items they believe to be worth on that particular day. They're that honest. If they'll give you more money if they believe your items are worth more money than the company that they're supposedly matching the quote from. That's how good they are, honestly. Let me can I do some emails very quickly before we do the, because I just want to make sure people are asking questions. Zara, hi Zara, she said, sorry Zara, she says, oh my God, rubber lob. I love that. My sister when we were kids, used to call me Bobalob. So Robalob. You've made me blush. I'd love for you to be my soulmate. I hope I dream about you. Sweet dreams, pudding pop. Oh. Thank you. I've made a friend tonight, folks. OMG, Rob, this is so handy. I'm up Poop Creek. Oh, my bills came out a week early and my youngest son Billy's birthday is next week and I don't know what to do. Have a few items to get priced up. Such a brilliant idea. You've saved my life. And that's from Heather. Thank you, Heather. I really appreciate that. Look, sometimes we do end up Poop Creek without a poop paddle. So yeah, that's what this is great. I always say, if the gold's worth something to you, or the silver, or the whatever it happens to be, palladium, platinum, whatever, if the precious metal is worth more to you as whatever it is, then keep it. However, if the money is worth more to you than the item, then why not sell it? Because again, Post Gold for Cash use the mid-market rates, whatever they are on the day, and then a very specific percentage that they deduct for their service, and that's it. And it's very competitive in the industry, incidentally, as well. So you're really, as far as I'm concerned, you're getting the best bang for your buck, because the alternative is you go to a pawnbroker. Nothing wrong with pawnbrokers, I'm not knocking them at all, but their business model is different. Essentially, you're borrowing money and the idea is you repay it and then get your item back, right? So also they're trying to buy it from you as little as possible. So if you don't pay it off and get your item back, they can sell it for as much as possible. That's their business model. Again, nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't mean that you're getting the best amount of money for that item. If you've ever pawned anything, as I have in the past, I've never experienced anything other than disappointment at how much I've been offered. And then if you don't feel you can haggle, maybe you don't like confrontation, maybe you don't feel confident to go into a situation like that, maybe it's, sort of embarrassing for you. This is essentially anonymous. I mean, yes, you will speak to Sam or someone from the team, unless you decide not to, you prefer that they email. So you can be as anonymous about it as you want. Yes, Heather, I hope that your items do get you out of Poop Creek. Check out, though. You've got to check out. If you don't check out, you're not going to get your pack. It's free. It's completely free. But unless you get your pack, we can't psychically just determine whether you think you want a pack and send it willy-nilly to random addresses and hope that it gets to somebody who needs it. you've got to check out. As if it were a product, it just will be free, and we won't even ask for any payment information at all. So anyway, just to give you some ideas, it doesn't matter what the purity of the gold is, or the silver, or the platinum, or the palladium, as long as it's real precious metal. But here are Sean and Hayley from the, again, previous show with Sam and with Steve, and some examples of the kind of things that you might want to send in and what they could be worth.
You've got the odd earrings and rings. Stones missing. Perfect. Send it in. Back of a watch. Something like
Could we move that?
Can I just
very
grab that out
technical
your
gun.
way?
We'll talk you through that in a moment. Lovely.
You've obviously got white gold, yellow gold. There is no difference. It's just the colour. So the gold content would still be either 9, 14, 18. That's still the same. So the colour makes no odds. I mean, for example, this little box here, what do you think that may well be worth? I mean,
it's a little treasure trove there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's really tricky, isn't it?
Because I don't think a lot of people realise how valuable gold is.
No.
And that constant, well, it's been constant, the way it's gone up and up and up, hasn't it? And we'll show you examples of that as we go through. So you want us to guess?
I want you to guess.
The value of this box.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to go £300. Higher or lower, Hayley? Higher or lower for the game?
Oh, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, have I got to pick a number? I thought I could just go higher and win. I'm gonna go
a few
425.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's very precise.
300, 425.
Okay, so
Have we got a reveal?
A little
big
reveal there.
in here.
You ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Can't turn it around.
Sorry.
Can't get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Approximately £750 worth.
But do you know the best thing is if we sent that to you via Shop on TV, doing your order, getting your free pack, that would be more than 750.
This would give you 10%
10%
more.
extra.
Yes,
Another,
they've got
another £75.
another £75 on top.
So it'd go from 750 to 825. That's our exclusive deal. Remember, you're going to get an extra 10% on the valuation of whatever you send.
And remember, you're ordering on our website, or you can order on our phones like normal. You need to pop it in the website into your basket, check your basket out as if you were ordering something, but it's completely free.
Free pack,
of charge.
free postage, free valuation, and free returns if you don't accept the valuation.
That's fantastic.
Where should we go? Where should we go?
Okay, so we've got some around the front here. So there's just, just a little single gold ring sat there in the drawer doing nothing.
Okay.
What do we think?
I'm thinking £100.
Oh gosh.
I should pick it
It's
up.
quite thick, isn't it? It's
now I'm
quite
thinking
thick.
more than £100.
Yeah, I'm going to go, I don't know,
Should probably smell it.
200.
Smell it? No. Is that a thing?
Shall I try it on? 200.
Okay, I said 100.
Okay, you ready?
Changed my mind.
No way.
£500?
For one item?
For one item, yeah.
And is that because of the weight?
And because of the grade.
Yeah.
Right.
Quality.
That is a higher grade of gold. So the purity of gold within it is higher. That's 22 karat gold.
Wow.
Now, quite often, sort of your grandparents, they would often have 22 karat.
Gosh, £500.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll just look after
Oh
that.
no! You Wow. And one more thing. What else?
Okay, so then we've got this one. Now this is unhallmarked.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
people might think,
well, should I send it? You know, how do I know what it is?
Yes.
So obviously we test it. We have the magical little gun we have moved casually off the table. So we would use that to test this. If anything comes in unhallmarked, okay, so it's like an X-ray, and it will determine what the contents of the gold is within the item. So that's a high grade of gold. It's just a few items, isn't it?
okay, I'm going to go.
I mean, it's really pretty, but I would probably look at that and think probably it wasn't real gold. So you just don't know, do you?
Exactly.
So, price wise, don't how much?
I didn't guess.
Because I would think that wasn't proper gold. Oh my word! There's another
It kept
zero.
coming, look.
Wow.
2,500. So you could be so pleasantly
And then you get an extra 10%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that £250 extra?
Yes.
It
Oh
is.
my word.
And that's the reaction we get from our customers
I
when we call them
bet.
back.
How lovely.
We've got the conversations we have are incredible.
I bet it's really
with the
satisfying.
gratitude and the excitement, because it's the thought of what we can now do with that cash. It's recycled that precious metal.
Yeah.
And what can we do now?
You can have a party. That's what you can do. We're live, by the way, we are live. I know this doesn't say live here. That's because this is a fixed graphic and there are reasons. But I am live. I'm really here. What time is it? 2:16 and 45 seconds on Sunday, the 18th of January. I have no idea what day it is. It's like, yeah, it is still January, isn't it? 2026. There we are. Just to do know the year. Right, let me go over some bits and bobs of information here. What was I going to tell you? Oh yes, I've mentioned this, but obviously I'll keep regurgitating information because some of you are going to be tuning in for the first time and have, hello if you've just joined us. Welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock. With me, this is a joint venture with Post Gold for Cash. So we've selected them as our preferred partner because we've vetted them. We know all of the senior management very well. We know them as a company. We consider them to be the best online scrap gold buying company that there is. That's why we work with them. Otherwise, we would have worked with somebody else. So I want to cover off what to do if you've got bigger items, if you've got lots of items, or if you think your items are worth more than the Royal Mail insurance. So this little mailer, that will fit quite comfortably whatever you can stick in there. And also remember, if you can, to put your form in. Now look, if you forget to put your form in, don't worry, don't cut the envelope open again, because once you've sealed it, you can't reopen it. And then sellotape it back. I mean, even if you did do that, it's not a problem, because they're going to weigh it at the post office and they're going to weigh it at Post Gold for Cash to verify that nothing's gone missing. But if you don't put your form in for any reason, don't worry about it, because they can still find you. You'll have a unique customer reference number, which will be a little sticker here in this box at the bottom. To wit, no, not to wit. No, not to wit. My director's been playing silly Watsons. If you have lots of items and they're not going to fit in one envelope, you can't order any more than one free selling pack. Now, there's a reason for that, and again, it's pure logic and sort of. I don't know. There are reasons. I'm going to tell you the reasons. Initially we did say you could order up to 3. If you order lots of packs from us, if you could order lots of packs from us, they would all be transmitted as separate orders to Post Gold for Cash. They can't sort through the hundreds and hundreds of orders and figure out if there are duplicates. So you would be sent. Let's say you ordered 5 packs, you'd get 5 packs. You'd have 5 unique customer reference numbers. When you sent the items back, they'd be processed as 5 separate valuations, and then you get 5 separate phone calls with 5 separate offers, which would annoy you and waste a lot of time for everyone involved. So if you need extra packs, they're free. You could have 100 of these things. They're always going to be free. The return postage is always going to be free. The valuation process is always going to be free. They're always going to be insured, etc., etc. However, all you need to do, in your welcome letter, and I'm giving it to you now in case you want to call them, because you might have a lot of items, and so if you catch them on Monday, they could send out, they'll have already, if they've assigned you a unique reference number, they could already send out multiple packs for you at the same time. So their number is 01202 844198. 01202 844198. You can also email Sam directly, sam@postgoldforcash.com. Exactly as it's spelled, postgoldforcash.com. And if you've got any questions at all, on the form, one of the questions, could be, well, I've put my bank information, or I haven't put my bank information. It doesn't matter if you leave that blank. When you get the offer, they're going to ask you, how do you want the money? If you want it transferred to your bank, they're going to say, well, what bank do you want it in? Has to be a UK bank, any UK bank or building society. Or if you've got Wise or something like that, where you've actually got a bank account, though it's an online service. I think even some prepaid debit cards, they can give you an account number and a routing number. As long as you've got an account number and a routing number, and it's a UK-based organisation, they can send you your money there. And if you put something in there and you change your mind, just tell them on the phone. Or if you're doing it by email, if you don't want them to contact you, just write somewhere on the form or put a post-it note or a slip of paper saying, please email me my offer instead. You can change your mind at any time. If you've forgotten anything, if you've had any questions, if you're not sure, if it's something left of field, like we had a customer who was abroad, somewhere in Europe, and wanted to send items in. And as long as they had a UK bank account, Post Gold for Cash, Sam said, call me and we'll figure out how to get it to us. If you've got massive items, if you've got items that, a single item that's worth more than £2,500 and you know it is, then you just call them, because they will organise. You may, in that case, have to send the item yourself to them at your own cost, but you'll still be able to get it to them and they'll still value it. So they've covered every eventuality. If you have anything, no matter how weird or wacky or different or unusual it may be, whatever your circumstances are, if you're not sure, just give them a call or email Sam. What else was I going to tell you? So, yeah, insurance. If you've got several items, and you think in total they're worth more than £2,500, which is the maximum insurance that you can get from the post office, that's when you use the multiples. Oh, yes, that's what I was going to say as well. If you've got, now these are fake, obviously, but these represent, or they're replicas of 200-gram gold bullion. Look, you can send gold bullion, you can send precious coins, you can send bars if you want to Post Gold for Cash. They don't recommend you do. They will value them and they will make you an offer, but they are not specifically a gold bullion company. Gold bullion companies, or silver bullion, or platinum bullion, they operate in a very, very different way with different sort of pricing structures, and their business model is entirely different. You will probably get a better offer if you go to a specific bullion company. And if you've got, let's say, a Rolex or something like that, or other precious watch, if it don't work anymore and it's just the precious metal, it's just the precious metal that you're selling for scrap, then by all means, I wasn't drinking, I promise. That's tomorrow. Then, of course, by all means, send it to Post Gold for Cash. But if you've got something that does work, and is an expensive item that you want to sell and get the most money for, you're not selling it as scrap, you're selling it as an intact item, as a branded item. That I would recommend you probably investigate selling yourself through an auction website or something along those lines. You can always take those items to a jeweller for valuations, so you know roughly kind of what you should be trying to get for money-wise for that item. So if they're specialist items, Post Gold for Cash may not be for you. But it's for scrap gold, for scrap silver, for scrap platinum and palladium. And again, it doesn't matter what the purity of the gold is. It can be 9 carat, 14, 18, 22 or 24 carat, as long as it's not plated. And if you've got, your big silver platters, big cutlery sets, if you've got, maybe you've got a couple of big jugs that are silver and you want to get some money for those, then this always, ladies and gentlemen, this envelope is not just an envelope, it's also a label. So you can attach that, sellotape it to any box of any size or weight, and as long as you can get it to the post office, they will send it. No extra fee whatsoever. It's end-to-end tracking. It's a closed system, Royal Mail. That's why they only use Royal Mail. So, next working day delivery, over 99% of parcels arrive the next working day by 1 p.m. Post Gold for Cash, they get their deliveries usually about 9 in the morning. The reason they say 99% is there may be a storm, there may be a strike, there may be an act of God, as they call it, for insurance purposes. So occasionally, once in a blue moon, it might get there a little bit later. No safe place deliveries as well. So if Post Gold for Cash aren't there and the postman shows up, they don't just leave it in the shed or round the back or on the porch. They have to go in to the Post Gold for Cash premises. They have to be signed for individually. Every single parcel is checked in and is signed for individually by an actual person who works for Post Gold for Cash. It's not like a reception where there are lots of businesses and you've got one receptionist signing for all kinds of people. It's just Post Gold for Cash. It's just Post Gold for Cash workers who do the signing. So it's absolutely secure. And the very first thing they do, because when you take this to the post office, you have to take this to the post office. Don't put it in the mailbox, because they're going to scan the barcode, they're going to give you a receipt, so that's your proof of posting. So if it did get lost, you have something you can do about it. And also you've got £750 standard insurance with every envelope without doing anything, right? Without any extra cost whatsoever. So also it's your tracking information, so you can check that it got there. And the other thing they're going to do is weigh it and they're going to put the weight. So the weight will be marked on here. And also, if you pay for extra insurance, like you can either get, you can upgrade to £1,000. So £750 is free. £1,000 is £3. And you pay that to the post office at the counter, and £2,500 is the maximum you can insure for with Royal Mail, and that will cost you £10. They will actually put a sticker on here designating which level of insurance you've upgraded to. So Post Gold for Cash, when they get your envelope, know all of that information. So they weigh it, they verify the weights are the same. If you don't accept the offer and you want your items back, they will send them back to you with exactly the same level of insurance that you paid for. So the only time this will cost you anything that you don't get refunded is if you want your items back. But you will get the same level of insurance that you sent the items with. The only other time you would spend money is if your items were worth nothing because they turned out to be all costume jewellery or plated jewellery or something like that. If you want them back, Post Gold for Cash just ask that you pay for the envelope, the return envelope. So it's about £9. And you can pay that to them. They'll tell you they can do bank transfer. It's easy, or they'll just dispose of the items. Then it costs you nothing. So that's the only time you wouldn't get your money refunded for the insurance. But if you do accept the offer, then they will refund. If you paid £3 for insurance, they'll refund the £3 on top of everything else, on top of the valuation and the extra 10% you get. They'll give you the money back. And if it was £10 you paid for, you get the £10 back. We've actually got some graphics about offers that have been, these real offers from real customers. This, if we've got them handy, Fraser, that would be lovely. So bear in mind, these were items that were sent just directly. This was before we were working with Post Gold for Cash, so these are examples that were sent to them directly. So Porthma Dog, there was a customer who sent in this 9-carat gold bracelet, and the valuation was £456. Now, had they done that through Shop on TV, they would have got an extra £46 because that's 10% of 456, right? And by the way, Post Gold for Cash, they only ever round up. So, for example, the 9-carat gold ring from Wells, if you were doing normal mathematics, then that would be rounded down, wouldn't it? It would be £16, but they round up even though it's below 5. So that person would have got an extra £17. Free money. It's literally free money. And then if you start, because you never know, maybe sometimes what you're sending in. You might send something in that you think is worth a particular amount, and it turns out to be worth a lot more. So take a look at the next graphic. Here it comes any second. So, wow. So this customer from Ipswich, that necklace is 18-carat gold. And they were offered £2,432. And if they did accept the offer. However, had they done that through Shop on TV, they would have got an extra £244 for free. Whitby, the 9-carat gold jumble of jewellery from Whitby was worth £1,785. They would have got an extra £179 on top of the £1,785. The £244 would be on top of the £2,432. So they'd be getting, almost 2,700 quid, and that top up, that extra 10% exclusively through Shop on TV, is free money. I mean, it's mad. So, also, let's have a look at another example, shall we? Here we go. So from Edinburgh, 22-carat gold. So that little jumble of jewellery was worth £1,642. They would have got an extra 165 quid. And then, again, a simple ring, 22-carat gold from Leicester, £567. They'd have got an extra 57 quid. For doing nothing, just by going through Shop on TV. You have to go. You can go directly to the whole. We've got a page dedicated to this. You can go to shopontv.co.uk/gold, or you can go to our website, to the homepage, click on any of the Post Gold for Cash banners, and they will take you to the same page. Or if you go to our show page, which is the live on air shop. Now that's how you find and buy the products every night when we're live on the air. You'll see our YouTube feed. There's also a web message box if you want to send us a box. This is where all the products will show up. Remember, we've put the gold selling pack, we've entered it just like a product. So you have to check out just like a product. It will cost you £0 and 0 pence with free P&P. And we won't even ask for credit card or debit card information. You can either add it to your basket, go to your basket, then check out, or just click Buy Now, which will take you to the checkout page. Sign into your account if you have one. Create an account if you want one, it's free. No recurring monthly fees or anything like that. Or you can continue as a guest, and if you do so, basic information to get the pack to you, and we don't store that information. As always, I like to remind people, none of your private information is ever shared or sold by us or by Postgold for Cash, and it's transmitted securely over our systems between the two companies, so it's safe and it is secure and encrypted and private and all that kind of stuff. So it's a safe way to order, and also, you know, look, we're a trusted partner of ITV and STV. That's our show is a partnership also with the two of, well, the largest commercial broadcaster in the country or in the nation, STV, part of ITV. So you're buying from a source and sources that whichever way you slice it or dice it, you can trust. You have peace of mind. But just make sure you check out. If you don't check out, your information doesn't get transmitted, you don't get your free gold selling pack, you can't sell your gold, and then everybody's crying in the morning. So just make sure you check out. It's totally safe, it's totally secure, and it's totally free. One of the ways that when your jewellery arrives, it will be tested, the first clue is to look for hallmarks. If it doesn't have hallmarks, there are other ways which we're going to get into. They use lasers. No, they don't. They actually use X-rays. So this is their old one, but they've left with this. This is literally a portable X-ray gun. So if this were on and working, I could point it at the metal and it would test the purity of the gold, or if it was gold, and if it was, what the purity was. Because even in 9-carat gold, the gold component is pure gold. It's just alloyed with other metals. It's a mixture. It's a cocktail, right? But they melt it down and separate out the gold, and the gold's the bit that is valuable, or silver, or platinum or palladium. But the first thing they do is look for hallmarks. And it's always really interesting to watch somebody. So a jeweller's loop is a little eyepiece that allows you to magnify and see the tiny fine print on gold, which is usually where the hallmark is. And unless you tell somebody how to use one, they always try and do this. And it's very, very amusing to see somebody using a loop for the first time. And if you don't believe me, have a look at this.
There'll be things that you think are worthless, but actually are worth more than you ever realised, which is really exciting.
I mean, there could be things like this that you wore and wore and wore, and then
it's not fashionable anymore.
Keeper rings. Very fashionable back in the sort
What are they called?
Keeper rings.
Keeper rings.
Yes.
Keeper ring.
Like a lot of us got onyx rings. I remember getting an onyx ring for my 18th.
Me too.
I remember the stone falling out, and then that had value. And it was lovely from when I was 18.
Yeah,
I
but
don't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
So that went in the package for me.
I mean, there's so many things that has value that.
And has that got a hallmark?
Couldn't it?
Or has that not got a hallmark?
Have we got to look for
Go
it
and
now?
have a look for it.
Sam's going to say have a look
Let's
for it. Right, I'm going to move this out and have a look.
Has it got a
Let's
hallmark?
have a look.
Because again, I'd look at that and think, oh, is it real gold? Because it's got that look to it.
Yeah.
So I would
isn't it?
flip it and look at the bottom.
Underneath.
There.
That's the, yeah.
Can you see it? Oh, you look really intelligent.
Do I?
I think we've got a position.
Is there a job for me?
I think so, yeah.
There would be if I could find
Can't see a
anything.
thing, but you look really
I mean, you look very dapper, so...
There you go.
So there is, but can you read it?
I can't see anything.
Or is there not one?
I can't find it.
No?
No, I'm useless.